Hello, hello, can you hear me? I think your mic is muted. Or now at
Nice.
least.
Now, sorry about that. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Awesome.
Perfect. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. What about you?
I'm doing great. Really excited for this one. It's 2 p.m. early day, so can't
Nice.
wait.
Yeah,
Got
so
me with high
we're
energy today.
awake, we're fresh, everything
Mhm.
is gonna be great. Awesome. So let's see. How do I call you first?
You can call me Finna. My government name is Dylan, but you can call me Finna. Like
Okay. Okay,
over here.
yeah, I'll go with Finna then. Okay, so Finna, I don't think I have much information about you as a player.
Oh, cool. I could send you my OPGG and stuff. I actually know a lot about you because I've been watching your YouTube videos a lot. But I could
okay.
give you a rundown of my Tryndamere experience and stuff
Mm-hmm.
when I play him. So I actually don't play a lot of Tryndamere. When I play flex with my group, I'm allocated to the jungler position. So
Okay.
I've actually only really played Tryndamere jungle. I played Tryndamere top once using the build that you showed in your most recent video with Grasp, and it
Okay.
was amazing. It was really, really good. I felt like I could just duel everybody, and I was against an Aurelia, and it was simple. It was usually I play Teemo top lane and I get bodied by Aurelias, so it's crazy with that grasp. Once it stacks, double auto attack, E out. It's incredible. It's
Yeah.
great. Maybe that'd be my preferred way to play him
Okay.
for sure. But I mostly only have Tryndamere jungle experience. My prerequisite with junglers is that they have to be able to go through walls. And Tryndamere does a great job of going through walls. You can go through a wall, take a camp, and you've crit enough times to go back through the wall, and you can clear your camps great once you get Tiamat or Noon Quiver.
Yeah. Agreed.
Mhm.
Agreed. So. I mean, your next like after the coaching, your next 50 games on Tryndamere, are they gonna be played mostly top or jungle?
I prefer jungle, but I wouldn't mind learning top since you're a top Tryndamere player.
You decide. Like I've been like playing a bit of jungle
Mhm.
Tryndamere with a lot of success actually.
Oh, cool! Really?
I think it's actually like this morning I coached someone in Tryndamere jungle like a few days ago, and he told me
Mhm.
that his clear was done in 3:35, and I told him that I was gonna try to find ways to clear even faster, and I found like so I'm clearing it I finished my clear at 3:20 or 3:21. And so it's funny because this morning the stream started with me experimenting on Tryndamere jungle, like the fastest clear for the first rotation, etc. And then regarding the
Oh,
mid to late
cool.
game, etc., like I have enough experience. Like I've been coaching Tryndamere players for like 20 coachings. I think it was only Tryndamere,
Uh-huh.
but I did 100 coachings before that, and they were like on different roles, different champions, etc. So if you're gonna play
Cool.
Tryndamere jungle, like it depends. What do you think will get you the most value? Do you want to learn top, or do you want to get better at jungling? Don't consider my own experience. You can get value from both.
Oh, well, the most fun is Tryndamere jungle. I'm not gonna
Let's
lie.
go.
Having that
Let's
presence
go.
on the map, and oh, man, the way he takes objectives is great. Like I
Hmm.
feel like I can steal camp so easily with Tryndamere, and that's something I can't say about most junglers.
Agreed. Okay, nice. And do you have any particular objective with this coaching? Like, is there a particular area you want to get better at? Do you have like a particular like goal in terms of, I don't know, elo, in terms of whatever? Like, do you have any particular objective?
Theory would be great theory, like explaining where I should be and what Tryndamere's strengths are and how to like not exploit them, how to take advantage of them and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Because of course he isn't a conventional jungler, but there are things that he does better than most junglers. Like I was saying, the stealing the camps and stuff. His early ganks aren't strong before level 6, but I would like to see what you do in that time. Instead, do you power farm to level 6? Like, what's your general strategy? What's the theory behind playing Tryndamere?
Okay, yeah, for sure, I can help you with that.
Awesome,
Awesome,
excited.
awesome. So how do I want to do that? So are we gonna do live coaching or VOD reviews?
We could do live coaching. I don't know if I have any VODs that are that have enough information in them for you to really grasp anything or gauge
Mm-hmm.
anything.
I mean, live is usually like better if you don't feel like any pressure like being watched when you play or anything. So So okay,
Uh,
I think I kind of want to start with a little introduction regarding Tryndamere
cool.
jungle, because whenever I'm coaching someone on Tryndamere top and we're talking about Tryndamere top, like we both already like kind of know and agree on what's the champion's identity, how it should work, the runes, etc. It's like common ground. When Tryndamere jungle, because it's a bit more unique and you don't really have like one like really good content creator that plays it consistently and or one challenger player that plays Tryndamere jungle, etc. Like we don't really like, yeah, there's no common ground, there's no like particular agreement, and that's the best pathing, that's the best build path, that's the best runes, etc. So I start by sharing my screen real quick, maybe for like 5-10 minutes, something like that, max, just to give you like what I think of Tryndamere jungle, in what state do I think it is, what runes I take, etc. Just so we see if we agree on those things, or if you see things that I do not see. So now you
Cool.
can
This is the theory I was looking for.
let's
Awesome.
go. Awesome. So here you can see. Can you see my screen share? Do you see my mouse
Uh-huh.
moving, etc.?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Awesome. So I will show you first like the runes, what I think are good runes. On I can just go here. So what I do, I mean, lethal tempo is a must because you're gonna be fighting, skirmishing, etc. Like you're not gonna go grasp, of course, on Trin jungle. Triumph also pretty mandatory on Trin. Plus, I don't really have any other good option. Yeah, Triumph. Then I like to have one tenacity rune on Tryndamere. I think that it's so good to have one tenacity rune. But then when you're jungling, you can go alacrity because you're gonna auto so much. You're gonna like keep autoing the whole game. You're autoing something, so the attack speed gets a lot of value. But this will be the one that depends on enemy team. If they have a lot of CC, I will go tenacity. If they don't, I would be very happy to go alacrity because I feel like it's gonna faster your clear and your overall presence on the map so much. And then last stand is mandatory. So here the only thing that I would change is between those two. And then on the second tree, usually when you're laning, you're playing this, you're playing, I don't know, second wind, flinching, you can go demolish, etc. But of course in jungle, I don't think it is necessary. So what I like to go on Tryndamere jungle is actually something like celerity and water walking.
I didn't even think about that. That's a good idea.
Okay, because what do you go usually in second tree?
I go for the zombie ward and for the sorry, I forget the relentless hunter.
Hmm.
Because
Okay.
I was taking Umbral Grave and or Umbral Glaive, that lethality item that checks for the wards. I don't really know how to pronounce the name. I think it's like
Hmm.
Umbral Glaive.
Yeah, I think you got it right. I mean, I see what that game you're talking about. So you build that on
Yeah, I
okay.
assumed I would need to be the carry every time when I play Tryndamere jungle. Like to the point where I would even need to catch kills. So if a mid laner gets somebody low, for example, like I'm the one that has to dive through the turret and take the kill and escape. So like I need something that allows me to scale and something that allows me to get across the map as quickly as possible.
Okay, I see. So I mean, my point is, I'm not gonna tell you like what routes you should go and force you to go into like a certain rooms and build. So you can play in a different way, and I would try to help you make the most of that. So I
I
would
do
just
think your
spend,
idea is better.
yeah,
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I do
no,
think
no,
your idea is better, especially because Tryndamere is like he's not really a counter ganking kind of champion. He doesn't really follow up like the enemy jungler's ganks. He has to like so if I see the enemy jungler pop up top, I'm going to his bottom side jungle or
hmm,
vice versa. Like so, this helps me get across like the river, which is essential with
yeah.
Tryndamere. He's an objective taker in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong though.
No, I think I agree. I mean, it might depend on some games. Some games that you're not gonna have the prio and you cannot always get objectives, but like you can do many things actually with the champion. So and I like that because I'm gonna go blue smite. I go blue smite on Tryndamere. I think that blue smite is just overpowered as a smite, basically, and just like the movement speed you get in the bushes, which is gonna be like empowered by the celerity. You're gonna move so fast on the map, and then you have the slow with you have your W slow, but then you have your smite slow as well. So you're always gonna be able like to stick on your opponents, and you're gonna move so fast on the map. So I like to go this set of runes. And then attack speed, AD armor, which I think is pretty basic. So that's how I go with the runes, and that's why. So I would just change this basically when I go Trynd jungle. Maybe you could consider some options. I don't like this. I think this is really bad magical footwear. I've seen some Tryndamere jungle go for it because I think movement speed is so important, so you don't want to wait for 12 minutes potentially to get them. And yeah, I'm not seeing any really good. So maybe this could be decent. Approach velocity, and then something like, I don't know, like the best seems to be minion DMAT to just yonk the cannons and get prio on a wave.
Really, I've never used minion D material.
Yeah, but I don't think it's even good here. I think yeah, that's what I would go like all the time. So that's for the runes. Now two more things. So I'm gonna talk about items and identity. So items, I actually think that you have many different options with the Tryndamere's current state in the game, because you don't have one best really good option. Now you have different items that you can go for because they're all bad basically. So you take like the less bad option, you know.
The lesser of two evils, yeah.
Yeah, so I like Kraken Slayer, of course, because on single targets, like Heralds, Drakes, Gromps, like you're gonna melt them because you get the 6-9 autos, etc., and you do them so fast. But I like Hydra also because with Hydra you clear like the Raptors, the Golems, everything so fast. So like regarding those two items, which is probably like the two items that I would go for the most often as first item. Maybe you can even go Stridebreaker because it gives you now. Actually, I think Stridebreaker can be pretty good in the jungle because it gives you both a slow when you're ganking and also more clear power. So it does kind of two things. But this, I feel like it's gonna depend on the game. Like, because if they're playing with Trundle jungle and then Ornn top and then they have a Nautilus support, you don't want to go Hydra first because you're not gonna have the damage in skirmishes to kill them. You need to have some sort of way to deal damage to them. So if it's like tanky champions, maybe Kraken first is gonna be better. But then like maybe if even they're tanky but you're not fighting at all, it's not a fighting. Maybe then Hydra can be good. So I feel like the items, I'm not gonna say too much about it. I actually went Umbra games a few times on Trynd jungle, but as like third, fourth item. But I don't think it's what gives him the most like carry potential. So regarding items, I don't have too much to say actually. Like I really like that early Tiamat. And you can actually go early Tiamat into Kraken Slayer, and this way you have both clear on the multi-target camps, but also clear on the single target camps. So you don't have to finish the Hydra.
Which do you prefer for clearing? Noon Quiver over Tiamat or Tiamat over Noon Quiver?
As one item, I think I'd rather have Tiamat, but I'm not sure about the math. I might be wrong. Just a feeling that one Tiamat auto that kills all the like the Raptor scams and the Golem scams, like yeah, you do them so fast. And I feel like enemy Raptors is one of the easiest camp to steal. So if you have Tiamat, you're gonna steal it like so fast.
Maybe that's the way to go then. Tiamat early.
Maybe I'm thinking that maybe Tiamat early into then you don't finish the Hydra. Like, I mean, it depends. If you feel like they're squishy enemy team, you can go for Hydra because it gives you like enough damage to kill them, and then gives you a really good clear, like really good clear. And also it gives you good wave clear, which is important. Even as a jungler, it's important to be able to go on a wave and catch it with one E, or just pressure a wave, or help your laners push, etc. So it's always valued. But then you can just go Tiamat into Kraken if you feel like you're gonna skirmish a lot and they have some sort of tankiness, and the Kraken will be the difference between killing or not. And then if you're low income, also maybe you just keep the Tiamat and you go straight for Kraken. If you're low income and you have to fight, well then you want to rush your Kraken, you know. So I mean, in terms of items, if you look at my Tryndamere top games, like out of the last 20 games, I did like 15 different build paths. At the end, it's almost always the same items, you know. But here, for example, like yeah, Kraken Navori, and then this was gonna be a Serida, and here you have Kraken Navori, but this is gonna be a Mortal Reminder, and there you have Triforce Soulbreaker, and here you have Kraken Avori and Hullbreaker and Borg, and here you have Hullbreaker Rush and then Borg second, I think it was against an Oran probably, like Orgot. So yeah, I feel like items we shouldn't be like discussing them too much, or you shouldn't have a go-to item. It kind of needs to be what am I gonna be doing next? What are my next 5 minutes gonna look like? Will I be fighting? Will I be clearing? Will I be doing anything else? And then you build according to it.
How is that Triforce Hullbreaker? I didn't think about that, but that sounds fun. Like
Well,
a full split pushing kind of build.
yeah, when I go Grasp, it's actually because I'm gonna go Hullbreaker Triforce. And the thing is, I do it whenever like no one can match me on side lane, and or someone can match me, but I cannot kill him, like versus Malphite, for example. So I go this, so I can just bring a wave under their turret, and then I ignore the guy, and I just it's one wave, one turret, basically. I just need a wave, and I just use my E, W, and Q to reset my Shin procs, and I just take the turret with one Demolish proc. And that's how I play it sometimes.
And once you take your first turret, you try to run to the side lanes and try to. Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. And this
just, like, run to side lanes for damage.
And this keeps happening. Like here, I'm 4-3-1, and now you look at turret damage. Okay, that was not the one. I guess my team stomped. But whenever I go Hullbreaker and Triforce, I mean, usually I have a whole lot of turret damage. It was not. Yeah, maybe this one. Yeah, I've done like 3 games at 22k damage to turrets this season.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. See, that's game winning there. Like,
yeah,
that's ridiculous though.
So I do it often into. So I realized that into Jax is actually good, but I do it into like Gragas, Malphite, Maokai. Some matchups where even if you have lethal tempo and 3 items, like they can just not die, and then you don't get anything on side lane. So you're forced to bring them on side and out rotate. But here I can bring them on side, ignore them, bring the wave under turret, and as soon as the turret is hitting the cannon minion, I know that the turret is gone, basically. So wow. I create a ton of pressure.
So is that what the ghost is for? To like escape when they come after you?
I mean, I always go ghost, and I feel like it's just so good on Trin. But maybe I could even consider TP because I'm not using it that much. But yeah, like you're kind of playing like a mosquito gameplay also, because yeah, you want them to go on you and then you just run away. And because you have Hullbreaker, they're like so surprised at how tanky you are, and then you just make them waste a lot of time, and your team can go for a Nash or Drake or something. So yeah, that's why Go goes here.
I wish I had the macro play for split pushing.
Yeah, I mean, you learn it, with time. Like I didn't have it until like before I had it,
Yeah, I would not know which lanes to go to for sure.
Yeah. So that was regarding runes and items. And very last thing will be like the identity of Tryndamere jungle. Why I do think that it's actually good. It's because Tryndamere actually has a decent clear. I would probably like show you that, and then we can go like into a game. But I sent that this morning. So you can clear in 3 minutes at 3:20. So you can be there on Scuttle when the Scuttle spawns after doing a full clear with a smite up. So it clears fast enough. Like you don't need to have a faster clear. Like it does what it's supposed to do, full clear before the Scuttle comes. And then, yes, it's pretty weak early. I mean, depends, because at level 4, I think you're starting to become a champion, actually. Because at level 4 now you have your W, and you can crit, etc. Like, if you have a decent opportunity, a decent situation, you can still win 2v2s or 3v3s. And the W is actually really strong, not even for the slow. When you think about the AD debuff, 20 AD debuff, it's 700 gold. Like, one longsword is 350. And it's 10 AD. So if you can W 2 persons, like the jungler and the ADC, like you're debuffing 1400 gold during the W debuff duration. It's actually very strong to skirmish early on. So I think, yeah, at level 4 you're starting to become a champion. But then, yes, you're weak early, I agree. But then after level 6, like, are you weaker early than Shyvana or Karthus? I don't think so. But are you as strong as them after level 6? I think that in certain situations you are. Like being able to tank a turret for 5 seconds with how strong the turrets are these days, I think it's really, really strong. The fact that, of course, you can go through walls and you can find like you can walk around the vision, etc. Like you have so many opportunities. And then Tryndamere, just like a Diana or something, you also have really good split power. So even if like an objective is not, you cannot contest an objective, it's fine. You can just go on the other side of the map and split it, just like Tryndamere does. It's fine. And also it's really good to steal a Drake, a Nash, etc. Because if you have vision, you can go there super early, and during 5 seconds you can actually DPS the objective while not dying because you have your ult, and then you smite. It's not like you have only one little window when you dash in the Nash pit and it's too early or it's too late and you're doomed. You can dash when it's at 3k HP and start DPSing it until it's in smite range, and you have your ult to keep doing that, and you create pressure for so long. So yeah, so I feel like it does some things that junglers like to do, and the E also does AoE damage, and also like early on you can crit on camps, and gives you decent clear. The W, if it hits, give you decent like ganking power. So I think it's not a bad champion. It's not the best. It's not a Hecarim. It's not a Kha'Zix. Okay, why not? But it's still really good in what it does if you play according to its identity. So yeah, I actually like that pick. I think it's in a fine state. I actually had the project to do at some point a series where I go on an account I play Trynd top, an account I play Trynd mid, an account I play Trynd jungle, and one Trynd ADC. And I play like 100 game on everything, a single account. And at the end, we see like where I'm at in terms of win rate, in terms of elo, MMR, etc. And I think that that would be super fun. I think that Tryndamere jungle would actually do decent, and it would be very close to top, maybe even better. I'm not even kidding.
Which support would you hope for if you played ADC Tryndamere?
I think you can go for two different, very different identities. I think it's both good with engaged subs like a Nautilus, like a Braum. I think would be the best. Braum looks like super good.
Oh yeah, that's like a good 2v2 support right there.
Oh yeah, for sure. And then you can go with enchanters, but I'd rather have an engaged sub than an enchanter, I think. But I think enchanters are also fine. They help you like survive the laning phase, and then later but it's hard to play with an enchanter because sometimes you're reliant on their heal or shield, etc., and they just don't press it when you think they're gonna press it, and it's hard to press ults at the right time, etc. When a Nautilus is pretty straightforward. He's gonna ult the enemy DC and Q it, and during that time you just DPS, you know. So yeah, I'd go for Nautilus Braum, something like that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna show you like this morning I did my little work on the clear. So I will show you like how I clear on Trynd jungle and why. So of course, if you've been playing a jungle, like you probably have like something you're gonna do way better than me. That's for sure.
So we're doing this assuming that we get no leash, right? Like
you should. Oh yeah. So that's one big thing. The first thing that I keep talking about. If you're asking for leashes, stop doing it. No leash.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad to get leashed. In higher elos, it's actually very rare that people leash. And if you look at competitive, they almost never leash. Because leashing gives enemies the information on where you are, and also it's not necessary, because if you look at the two clears that I'm showing you, like a bot to top clear and a top to bot clear, and both of them at the end of my clear, the scuttle is not up yet. So you don't need those 2-3 extra seconds, which can cost your bot lane or top lane level 2 advantage and lane prio, etc. And also gives the enemy information on where you are. Like it is so bad, I think, leashing. Yeah, I never asked for a leash, and I try to encourage my quote-unquote students to start leashless as well.
Good to know. Very good to know. I'd never heard that before in my life.
Really?
I'm glad to hear that.
Nice. Also, maybe so yeah, and also when you're expecting for a leash, usually you try to start bot because it's a better leash, etc. And and I think it's it's bad overall.
Even if my team is top side, I would still go blue first, or I would still go blue side first. Excuse me.
So regarding where are you pathing or where are you pressing towards to, it's one thing that we're going to discuss during the game and after the game. You should be looking at where you want to be and what scuttle you want to be. That's it.
Okay.
That's how you want to approach it, basically. So this is going to depend on your team's top laners, mid laners, bot laners. It depends on your team comps. You want to basically, like, the general idea is you want to end up where you have prio. It's a general idea, but then I will show you like a concrete example during the game.
Gotcha.
So for me, yeah, you wanna either clear bot to top or top to bot, and as Tryndamere, most of the time you wanna full clear. Like, I think you're never gonna go wrong with full clearing. Of course, like, you need to adapt. Like, I remember a game where I just did my blue buff, and then I see that top lane has traded like 90% of their HP bars, and I just go top level 2 and I get the first blood. Or like, of course you need to adapt. But general idea, you wanna full clear, and then something might get you out of this plan, but that's the basic plan, like full clearing. So
And,
yeah.
For these chickens, or raptors, I think they're chickens though.
Yeah.
But raptors, the strategy is to go for the largest one, right, and ignore the smaller ones that are hitting me as they're hitting me.
I realized that on the first clear, if you only focus the largest one and only hit autos on the largest one, at the end, you cannot just E and kill all the small ones. See how they still have some HP? Okay. So it's on the very first clear or first clears, I actually wanted to make it faster, not slower. On the very first clears, I think that's the best way to go. Is, of course, you're gonna focus the big one, but if you see like a small one that's very high in HP, like for example, like this one has a bit more HP than those other ones, you can drop an auto on him. This way you don't have to go for these autos that I'm going for, you know? So yeah, basically you're hitting the big one, you're ignoring the small ones, but still you kind of like want them to get at 1 HP all at the same time. So your last E like one shots everyone, basically. Okay, so I'm not even doing in the fastest way, because I'm sure there will be a way where I could get them low here and then E towards the pit, etc. But
oh, you didn't heal between camps.
Oh, you don't? You never press Q on Tryndamere and jungle?
Really?
Yes, I'm happy I'm already teaching you things, because the lower you are in HP, the more AD you have, and the more crit you have. So you do it so much faster. So the guy that I coached, he was doing his clear in 3:35, and I did my clear after just a few tries in 3:20. I gained 15 seconds. And the main thing that I did was not pressing Q.
Okay.
You want to be as low as possible. The lower you are, the more AD you have, and the more crits you have. So
what about before the scuttle fight? Like, what if we both meet at the scuttle towards the end of the clear?
Well, that would be a bit different. Like, of course, like that's if you know that you're uncontested. But I mean, still, like you're still gonna see. I'm not gonna be that low at the end of my clear, so you can go for one more Q maybe. So of course, these are gonna be very important, like the dashes where you both like last hit a camp and go for the next one. So I like to leash my red buff this way and not this way. And then actually here, I think I do a mistake, is that I leash these guys this way to the left and go back top. And I think it's actually faster to finish them here and dash through here again.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just, oh shit, wrong thing. Epic. Then which is gonna help me later. Okay, nice. So one thing that I realized while doing the theory crafting this morning is that it's faster to start with a multi-target camp than a buff. Red buff and blue buff, you take forever to do them level 1.
So start with camps that have multiple monsters in them.
Yeah, and actually you have two options. You either start raptors or you start wolves. I think it's gonna be the best. So I actually made 3 camps.
Have you tested both, wolves and raptors?
Yes, and that's gonna come like right after. So boom, here same thing, E that makes you pass the wall and start hitting this. I think I smited the blue buff here. So it's important that your smite, I think also the first smite, you need to use it as late as possible, because again, if you use it early, you would kill the camps faster, so you would be healthier. So if you're healthier, you have less AD, so you have less push power. So here I'm looking to use my smite whenever it's gonna like get to 2. So I can use it on wolves or I can use it on blue buff after. But I don't want to use it too early.
That is so good to know.
Let's go big. Okay, here I'm gonna look for an E that's both.
I thought spamming your smite leveled up your like Pokemon or leveled up that like pet that you have.
Well, I mean, it does, but you're not getting like the most important thing is that you never have 2 smites, because when you have 2 smites, you're not regenerating a smite. So
Okay,
I mean,
you're not running the cooldown.
Yeah, so that's the most important, that you're just smiting not on CD, just never letting yourself have 2 smites basically, and it's gonna go as fast as if you smite it on CD, basically.
Very helpful.
Okay, and now we get the Gromp, and now we end that clear at 321. And now you're level 4, and I mean you're sort of low in HP, but you have full fury. So if you're fighting, maybe you can implement a Q before. Maybe you can implement a Q here. For example, when it's at 800, so that way you build up fury again, and you will have more HP, and you clear a bit slower, but you don't need to clear like much faster if you want to fight, and your HP bar would be probably around here rather than where it is. And you will still have a lot of fury. Okay.
And if you were to end your clear here, what would be like the first thing that you would look for? Would you look top, mid, scuttle? Like,
I mean, this is so this is gonna be so here like the usual plan is just to play top scuttle, but 2 concepts that are gonna be useful when we are going into the game or the review is that whenever I'm clearing top camps, my eyes are on top lane and mid lane, and whenever I'm clearing bot camps, my eyes are on bot lane and mid lane. So basically always looking at mid lane, and then of course if I see an opportunity, always keep scuttle and go for the gank first into the scuttle, because you actually have plenty of time here to use. And if there's nothing, I will go for scuttle. But if I'm here now at that point, it's because at 1:30, when I started to clear, or even before, I decided that I wanted to be top at that point. Because, I don't know, my top lane champions are stronger, because I think that it's my top versus Ignite top versus Ignite top, so it can be very volatile and want to impact it. So here we will need like other champions to actually decide. Here I'm just showing you like the execution on the clear, what I think is the fastest clear, if you're going bot to top. And now I will show you the top to bot one, which lasted which was even shorter. It was 1 second shorter. So I start wolves here. Let me go a bit faster. Same, I'm never gonna use my let's say those, go on this one. Never gonna use, so here for example, so I know that if I want to E for damage once, if I E now for damage, most likely I will not get another E in time for the blue buff. So I decide to smite it, so my E can be both for damage and distance. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's why I felt like smiting here. I don't know if it was the best, but like at least I had a reason for it. So now I clear this, now I go into Raptors. So I dash through that bit, of course. Focus the big one, but here I realized that, yeah, as I said, I noticed that there was one who was a bit healthier at some point. So I hit one auto attack on that one. Yeah, that one was full HP, so I hit him once. And now, at the end, look at that. They're all 1 HP. And they die from the... So it's close to perfect. Maybe I didn't need to auto actually that last one. But that's what you want to be looking for. So that's why sometimes you need to go for 1 auto or 2 on small ones. Nice. And boom, boom, through the wall. And then this is a 320 up. 320 clear. And same thing about HP. So if you want to have more HP, because you think there is a fight, you can Q during that last camp. And again, you would have this amount of HP. I think that's the
better way. And it puts me bot side too. Maybe that's the better way to do it. With wolves first?
I mean, that depends. It depends regarding the champions, the team comps, etc. Where do you want to end up? Because if enemy team has Caitlyn, okay, let's say they have Caitlyn Heimerdinger, so and then bot lane, and then their jungler is something really strong early, something like a Jarvan, and then your bot lane is Karthus, I don't know, something scaling, a Carthagena or whatever, like they're gonna get pressured, you know, they're gonna get pressured, and like if you don't win the 3v3 and you think that their bot lane is gonna be pushing because like Caitlyn Hammer is gonna be pushing all the time, and by the time you come bot, your bot lane is probably low HP and their bot lane is pushing and their Draven could be bot, you don't want to be bot. You absolutely don't want to be bot. You want, or if you're bot at that time, you can just base and then you go and play for the top scuttle. But you need to start thinking ahead of time on what side do you want to be when scuttle spawns, because it's the first objective of the map. First objective you want to be playing for as a jungler is scuttle crab.
Okay, so in some cases that's better than ganking. Just to go up and take the scuttle and then back.
Of course, like if you cannot gank, like you should not gank. Like if there's not an opportunity, you know, like you shouldn't try to force it or anything. But this I will show you like in game regarding the champions, how we think about it and what things you should be looking for.
And you walked from Gromp to Raptors?
I did walk from Gromp to Raptors, and I actually thought while doing it, it felt like I'm wasting so much time. But actually, it's actually a faster clear than doing like red buff golems, raptors, wolves, blue buff Gromp. This is actually like 1 second faster, even if you're walking so much. Which sounds counterintuitive, but it's the case. Okay, so that's what I think are the like 2 general base clears. Of course, you can add like some variants to it, and during a game things will happen. Maybe you're gonna get invaded bot, and then so you're gonna counter invade. Like it can be very different. But if you're thinking about full clearing, which is gonna be the plan 90% of the games with Tryndamere, I think that's how you should do it. Either 2 top or either 2 bot, depending on the rest of your team.
Level 6 is the goal, of course.
Yeah, oh, clearly. Especially if you can have level 6 advantage on your opponent. Well, now he's 5 and you're 6, then you're like 10 times stronger, regardless of who it is. Okay, so I think, so did that bring any question, any remarks?
Yeah, I actually have a building question real quick. Have you tried Energizer, Tryndamere, with
like Stormrazor?
Yeah, Stormrazor, Static Shiv.
I think static is just a bad item on Tryndamere. I think yes. I do not believe in static shift Tryndamere. I think that's, if you want to do it for the clear, you have like 2 items that clear even better as Tryndamere. Like I think I'd rather have a Straight Breaker or a Hydra. Like Hydra is the absolute best for clearing. And if you want to do it for the stats, every single item gives better stats. So it's the second best option in the things that it does, you know. I think it's funny for the meme, but I don't think it's actually good. I never built it since it's up.
Yeah, I think these optimization problems are really what's holding up my gameplay. Also, my jungle clear, I was going starting bot side every game with a leash going. So if I'm bot side, it would be red into Krugs, then back up into chickens or raptors, and like I was doing it the wrong way. So it's well, once we get in this game, we'll see. Like the optimization will be a huge difference.
Okay, and I feel like the wrongest way is the fact that you're starting bot because you're having a big leash, you know. That's, you're starting somewhere as a jungler because you're considering where you're gonna end. That's why you're starting somewhere, because you want to end somewhere, and that will help you like understand where you want to end, basically.
Gotcha. And those are decisions that are made at the beginning of the game during the loading screen.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, yeah, if you've seen my coaching, you know how religious I am about like doing the thinking, you know. Okay, so you can start sharing your screen and looking for a game, and we'll keep doing a bit of talking until we find one.
Share your screen. Now, do I need to so right now I share the client screen, and then like when the game starts, I switch it to the game screen, right?
I think if you share the client, by default it's gonna switch to the game. I think it's programmed decently.
That's what I like to hear.
By the way, sorry, I didn't get time to finish my meal, so I might like be munching a bit. All good.
Be free.
Okay.
Have you tried Heartsteel on Tryndamere? Like Tankmere?
I haven't. I mean, I could do it in normal games, etc. I don't think it's optimal.
Of course, of course.
But it can be fun. But I don't know. I haven't tried it. But I think if I find a normal game at some point where they have so many melee champions, etc., it can be really fun.
When you get to masters, do you even really waste time on normals? I feel like when you're master rank, it's like you got to keep that decay from like ruining your progress. It's just game after game after game.
I mean, I would say something, but I think like okay, if you ask me, who got to like GM at some point and who've been master for like 2 years or more now, I think that master is not like as good as people think it is. But then, of course, if you ask a challenger player, he's gonna tell you that grandmaster is shit. And if you ask a rank 1 player, he's gonna tell you that challenger is shit. He's gonna tell you that like the rank 200 to 300. And I've heard it from them, you know. They told me, bro, like challenger is not even good. Everyone is bad in challenger, etc. And of course, everyone has their notion of good or bad, you know.
Of course, but it's hard for me to believe that when I think of challenger, I think everybody's like the team synergy is just automatically so good.
Well, you would be so disappointed, man, because I thought that as well. And then when I was GM, of course, like you will get challengers in your teams, and bro, like they run down sometimes, they grief sometimes. Like last game on stream, I don't know if you saw my karma. Like it's a master player and it's a master like 300 LP, and the guy level 1, the IDC died. And he got mad, and then he stopped playing the game. He went top and he went mid and he was dancing around, etc. And
Well, it's just emotional, like.
yeah,
But where were his mechanics at though? His mechanics were like high level, right?
well, they could be, but during the game, of course, like it's not big mechanics to just click one stop and go suicide on top lane, you know. So he's not using them.
Like, he didn't even try at all.
Yeah, no, he didn't try.
Damn.
So it keeps happening, and it happens challenger also. It happens like everything bad that you see during your games, it happens in those games. It just happens less often, probably. But yeah, it still happens. But yeah, so master tier these days, you can reach it without being like too disciplined. I feel like challenger, of course, you need to keep playing. You need to be fully committed to the game, etc. But yeah, I have objectives which are like way above just staying a master player with Tryndamere. I got GM. I want to be consistent GM, and at least and yeah. So I'm spending all my time not working on the content and on my company, etc. Playing Tryndamere basically.
Cool, yeah, I see you making a brand. A great Discord server you have. It's nice to be a part of like a Tryndamere community. Everybody here kind of plays like Tryndamere, right?
Oh, no, not really. So CDK Coaching is a coaching company I'm building. So my goal is to gather coaches and coachees and just make a platform, you know, just like kind of what Fiverr is for freelances, etc. But specialized in esports coaching, basically. I mean, for now we're 2 coaches, but the goal is to have an army of coaches and yeah, so no, not everyone here is a Tryndamere player, but just I decided that after like coaching people in every role, every champion, of course, because I'm myself a Tryndamere player, it makes more sense to just like get closer of Tryndamere players and make myself known among the Tryndamere community. So that was my arc right now. That's my hustle these days.
Do you genuinely enjoy like one-tricking?
Oh yeah. I've always been a one trick. Nasus into Garen into Tryndamere.
Okay, that's a good little like good little group of picks. You said Nasus, Tryndamere, and who?
And Garen.
Garen.
Yeah.
A little boring with Garen, but I like that.
It was fun at the time. For my defense at the time, you could so you would go grasp and max Q, and you go for small trades with Q level 1, and then level 2 you flash in QE ignite and you kill the guy. And it was way more aggressive than today's Garen that go phase rush and just looks to scale up for 30 minutes.
I also feel like I could just build, or I could just pick Kale or Quinn, and you have no answer to it. Like Garen's so hard countered by those 2 champions that I'm scared to like pick it.
I mean, yeah. Then I mean, every champion has its counters. Like even Jax has its counters. You know.
Would you say Tryndamere's counters?
I mean, he has many though. Many range champions, like something like Gen and like Timo, like Vayne. If it's perfectly executed, of course. It's harder to play for the enemy, but it counters it. Then you have Jax, of course. You have Malphite on paper if you play it normally. You're Tryndamere. If you don't play it Grasp, you have Warwick is pretty good into Tryndamere. Like you have a lot of really bad. You don't really have a like absolute counter because you can just press Qs and stay alive forever, and that's the broken part of Tryndamere. So you can decide not to die, you know.
Is one that I really struggle against, whether it's top lane or in the jungle. I feel like he beats me everywhere.
Olaf?
Yeah, Olaf.
Olaf is actually winning for Tryndamere.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually an easy match. Okay, so everyone has picked their champion. So can you start doing the thinking? What can you tell me about that game, the champs, the dynamics?
So Nefiri banned Shaco, so I assume he's the jungler. I don't really know much about Nefiri, but I know that he has a ult that allows him to dive onto me. So the timing of my ult is going to be really important in this game. He has Malphite that can just dive on me, Nefiri that can just dive on me, a Thresh that can catch me. Jinx is squishy, but she really only has one way to block me from ganking her bot lane, which is those like little traps that she lays down. So that's kind of nice. Thresh will be the biggest problem ganking bot lane. His Q will be like a threat. He also peels very, very well. Maybe bot lane isn't the way to go with this game. Hmm. Hmm. Zed against Silas. Silas has a really nice follow-up if I do decide to gank him there. Maybe mid lane's the priority lane this game. He has the best way to like dive onto somebody. Hmm.
Oh, but oh yeah, sorry, I had my mic muted. So I think you shouldn't buy a potion on Tryndamere.
Oh, really? Okay, okay.
Yeah, and on many junglers also.
So what's the buy here?
Just
Blue.
the blue smite and that's it.
Okay, nice.
So you're already saving 50 gold. So
Nice.
yeah, would you rather be top at 330 or would you rather be bot at 330?
Yone versus Malphite. The top because maybe we can get rid of this Malphite before he gets level 6. After level 6 he's a problem. But before
Okay,
then.
why
So
not?
this path will allow me to go there. Should I wait in this bush? Is this the place to wait?
It could be a good place to wait because you have your E, so you can actually use yourself as you human ward.
So maybe journey a little bit further.
Think about their champions. Do they have a champion that can like just?
Oh, what's this? Do I do something with this? Over here?
I
Maybe?
mean, maybe. But now keep. Yeah.
Silas isn't gonna come with me.
I would say to my bot lane like no leash, or ping them back. Yeah. Really nice.
Okay,
Let's go.
so focus on this one. And my pet is auto attacking the smaller like things anyway for me, right? So I don't need to really.
Okay, I will let you play your game and try not to intervene too much.
Ooh, might have messed that up there. Okay, not bad, not bad. I do not take my Q, but I take my Q, but I do not heal. Once it gets about midway, I'll start walking it down this way. And I do not smite it either, right?
Yeah, you don't need to smite it.
I kind of panicked a bit there. I got like low.
Yeah, I think you needed to.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm kind of narrating my thoughts
No,
out there.
no, it's fine. Do your thing. Do your thing. We'll talk after the game about the different things.
Might as well pop the Q now since I'm gonna lose it anyway. What's Silas doing over here? Okay, he's winning a 1v1 it looks like. Oh, but Nefiri's top. Should I abandon this and go for him?
You decide. I'm not here to pilot you. I'm here to observe how you play.
Gotcha. I'm too far now. And I think maybe they wasted time with that. Now I start moving this here. And so now I'm looking to smite my Bravo mid lane. I'm looking to smite my...
Yeah, smite it now, smite it early.
Yeah, maybe I should have went up there. Maybe I did kind of waste time there, but it's all good. It's so early for that to really make a difference, I think. It could be wrong. Now, I noticed when you were attacking the Gromp, you weren't, like, leashing it anywhere. You were standing in front of it and attacking it, so... I'm gonna do this time. I guess I'll hold my smite for Scuttle. I assume that Nefiri had taken it because he was topside anyway, so... I don't know if Q was the right take there. I also don't know if it was good to mark that. Now they know that I'm there. I guess I'll run the bottom Scuttle. Did Silas just die? No, no. Do you think he'll just... Do you think he'll push it and follow it? No, he's just gonna push and leave it. So I just wasted time. Should I jump on him? Nah, Silas is far. Oh, maybe now we can though. Maybe he'll blink back to this. And then I'll disengage. No, the Fury's coming. Okay, a bit of a time waster, but it's all good. I have flash, E, everything. Should I go back to... Yeah. I have a low... Then I disengage. Flash is ready. Nice! Okay, nice. That I like to see. Do you think he took the Scuttle? More than likely, I would say. So, I guess I can just... Look at this, I'll smite it early. Okay, nice. Drag isn't really a problem right now. But maybe I'll take this time to ward it. I won't pop this plant though, maybe. So, Evanos Nefiri is now dead. So maybe he'll reroute and come to take that. Wolves, I guess, so that I can end up on this side of the map. Where is our... Okay, he's TPing. 5 minutes and 50. Oh, what's this now? Well played. Well played.
Okay, what are we buying?
Sorry?
What are we buying? We're up now.
Yeah. Okay, so... he's building Brambles, so auto attacks against him aren't as good. They do have squishies though, so something to delete squishies. Maybe the Tiamat's the way, but that doesn't really give the damage to beat the
I mean, at that
crap.
point, you've lost so much time. Just buy something.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's so important that you think about your purchase beforehand. Like here, this like I don't know.
Drag.
Yeah,
You're right. That was a misplay.
I don't know why we're trying like to even like clear faster if you can like 10, 15 seconds in base, you know? It's gonna be so important. So what's your pathing now? Where are you going? What are you doing? What's the plan?
Taking these Krogs.
And then?
That's a good point. Maybe walk up to red and gank mid after.
Okay, and then?
Oh, he's actually chasing him. I'm gonna leave this and go to try to... Oh, okay, never mind. You're good. Well, I should move the camera to actually look at the opponents. What about bot now? It will be a 2v2. Oh, then I should have used my... Because my vision is kind of bad this game. Maybe I should have taken Sweeper. I should have got that in the last one. The last buff back in.
Okay, so what after red buff?
To gank bot, maybe? Where the Silas is going? Oh, they're gone.
What are we playing for? We talked about it. What's Tryndamere strengths early game?
Objectives.
But before that, to be able to play objectives, what does he need?
Farming to get to level 6.
Exactly.
Oh. Uh. Hmm. Maybe I just abandon the chickens now, because it's definitely warded here. He knows that I'm just sitting here. Fuck it. He'll steal it because he has vision on it. If I don't do something with it. Neferi is topside. I guess he's taking that. Or maybe he's just warding it. I don't know what the play is here. Oh, but he's also missing top, so maybe it is here. But can I fight this? I don't think I can fight this. Alright, let's see. Let's see what happens now. Zed isn't moving. Maybe I can just go take him now. No. But that means he can't come here this way now. Okay, that got him off the rift though. Was giving it to me. Cool. I gotta go help mid.
No, you don't. You need to farm. You need to farm, Fina. You're playing Tryndamere.
So he won't return to that rift now, right? Because we've contested it. Or do you think it's still like unsafe? Maybe I should go try to take that now, because I guess their Malphite's back.
You wanna take it? You want the rift? So
Yeah.
so you wanna look at mid and top prio. Do I have mid or top prio? Or both?
Ew. They just have this vision, but I also have a red ward here.
And you could have went around it.
Oh, we can go around that little circle thing?
Oh, for sure. You have your E. Your Tryndamere.
So if I go through it with my E, they don't see me?
No, you don't go through it. You go like on top of it and then you dash through the pit.
Yeah, through the wall, like.
No.
Oh, now I don't have crap, but he won't come down here. Now I can use my E to take us back whenever like he opens it. Yeah. Nice. Cool. Back to farming. Damn, this Scylla is kind of carrying me a little bit. Okay.
Okay, what are you doing now? What's the plan? What's the play?
Should I try to cover his mid?
I'm asking you. You tell me.
Yeah. I want to. So this Silas is gonna win me the game. So I'm just gonna follow him and play around this guy the entire rest of the game. Protect his lane as much as I can. And yeah, as long as he's doing well, I think our team will do well. This will still be warded. The timer on that wouldn't have gone away. But I think I need it. Bot lane's pushed in and dragon's coming up. So maybe I gank this and then we fight for dragon. This can't be warded because there's... Oh, but he's pinging me not to come. I'm gonna just jump on him. Fuck it. Oh, but there's also a jungler there. No, I don't think we'll win that.
Are you strong right now to fight?
No. We're getting we'll get collapsed on by the jinx.
Why are you not strong? Why are you not strong?
Because I only have a noon quiver. That's for like monsters, like for farming. But I'm with the Silas now. I'm feeling confident with the Silas. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have left the... Now Zed's killing them. Well, I'm chasing these guys. Maybe that wasn't the play. Oh, Zed will probably kill me. Yeah, I did nothing in that fight and just died. I think I should have stuck like down here. With there was the Jinx that was all by herself, like collapsing like this way, and I instead followed the Silas and chased up here where there was like where it was basically a 2v3.
Or maybe you just buy the Kraken Slayer that you have, and then you fight with a mythic item instead of a Rune Quiver. Maybe that
Okay,
can
so
help.
I should have gotten a mythic first.
I mean, if you have a mythic and you have 1700 gold, you don't want to fight. You want to base.
Okay, yeah,
Does it make
yeah.
sense?
And it's just wasted money, yeah.
Then yeah, it's like you had 20 CS and 0 kills and 0 assists when you fought.
Uh-huh. Oh, she kind of just stole my red. Did you see that?
Well, so what now? Where to? Why?
Farming. I
Farming
lost 2
what?
drag camps.
And which camps?
I'll go here into here next.
And then what? What after Scuttle?
Look to see which lane is look to see which lane is I can pressure, I can push, I can gank.
Okay. Do you think there will be a gank mid, top?
No, because the Silas is roaming and so is the Zed. Maybe I should follow the Zed. No, I need to farm, I need to farm. They're fighting down here. Oh, I'll go top, I'll go top, I'll go top. Wasted time. Yeah, I did nothing with that. But if I go mid, Zed will just kill me. Oh, I also wasted that Rift Herald I had. Damn, I'm fucking up.
It's fine, it's fine. So now we're doing blue buff. Then what?
I don't think I can gank mid at all. I think he'll just rip me. Now he's not even there. Back to Raptors.
Okay. And then what?
Down here maybe? Maybe now I go down there.
I don't know, we should look. If you're hesitating, you should look. What's the situation? Does Jinx have 1 HP? Does she full HP? Does it look gankable?
Yeah, not really gankable, but I feel like I don't really have a choice. Like, they're just gonna push that tower anyway if I don't go down there. Ooh, now it's kind of not doable. For sure. There's also 3 down there. Okay, I can push some kind of objective. Maybe I can gank here. Oh, but I don't have any help. Oh, damn, I died for that. I died for ward. Okay, Mythic. I saw you buying Navori. Maybe Navori's
Yeah, sorry. When I said mythic, I just meant like an item, you know. I meant Kraken. So here, like, you have a better buy. What should you buy here?
Gale Force maybe? I feel like I could have used the dash just now.
You have a better spike. You need to spike as hard as possible. What's your better spike with the amount of gold you have?
1100 Tiamat?
Tier 2 boots, Circers.
Tier 2 boots.
And then you can buy some AD, Longsword. And then you're as strong as you can be.
Cool, cool, cool.
Yeah, attack speed is so important, especially with Kraken, because the more attack speed you have, the more Kraken procs you have. Plus, the movement speed is so important in jungle, because we're playing with percent movement speed with celerity, etc. And we're looking to be somewhere, to move from camp to camp, from play to play.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going right now. Maybe I should just leave that and farm. Oh, but the drag's coming up, though.
There's something else up on the map?
Rift?
For example.
Oh, he wants to go for it. Okay, okay, okay. I think we can do this. I'm gonna red ward it, or pink ward it. I mean. Cool. Gank top. He's gonna run, but if he doesn't have ult, he doesn't get away. Zed's behind us, he'll collapse on us. Alright, back to farming. Ooh, see, but now they're fighting, like, then maybe I shouldn't have left. Nice. Now I gotta get out. Why do I have that small ring around me? Oh, that's the lethal tempo, right? Lethal tempo increases the drag is up, drag is up.
Okay, what are we playing for now? What's
Drag.
can you get it? Can you take it?
No. No,
So
now I
what
can't
should we
take
be playing for?
I should be looking at this side of the map to see if he has any camps there, but he doesn't. Maybe we can take this turret
It
instead, and he'll just
does.
collapse us.
It does.
Oh, they're coming up. Ooh. Okay, and I think he can take this turret as well. Yeah, yeah, good, good. Nice, nice. Do I also go for Krugs? Malphite's kind of close to it. But I think I can take him. Don't have smite. Okay, I'm out. Peace. Malphite will now collapse on me, I assume. Yeah, but I think I can take him. I cannot. Maybe it was foolish of me to take that, honestly. I could have E'd back through the wall a second time.
Oh yeah, once that sees you, you can be towards the pent and take it the blast cone. It's okay, think right now. What do you want to buy? What's your next item? Start completing it.
Infinity Edge, I guess?
I think it's never good to go IE on Trynd,
Really?
especially on
Okay.
Trynd jungle. But maybe it's just me.
Maybe Navori then. This gives CDR. Not a bad take.
Okay, and then what are we playing for?
Baron's up, but there's no way they're gonna fight for that now. So I don't think that's like a concern.
And why is there no way?
That's a good point actually. Why wouldn't they take that? So maybe I take red, then blue, then look toward the Baron.
Mm-hmm.
But we have like 3 guys like on that side of the map. I feel like and Zed. Whoa! What the fuck? Damn.
And I'm not
Crazy.
surprised.
That's definitely my fault right now. Like if they start flaming me, that's definitely my fault. Now there's no other objective on the map to take besides that, and they're kind of just like cleaning up my team while I'm farming. So 3 there, like I can't really fight it. Maybe I push this.
Okay, like that.
I heard that you never level up R like past 1 because all it does is give extra health or something.
That used to be true. Now it gives you 20 seconds of cooldown. So it kind of depends if you feel like you're fighting a lot or not.
Nice, nice, nice. Can we push one more here? I think we can. They're going back now. Oh man, I think I shouldn't go this way, right? I shouldn't like fuck him up too. I would kind of go so far as to say that I'm losing this game for the team.
Sorry, what?
I would go so far as to say that like I'm the reason we're losing this game. I feel like I haven't had like a lot of pressure on the map at all. Like I haven't had any laners like scared like, oh, Chaddouk gonna gank, and I also haven't taken any objectives. I took a little bit of EXP from him like once, but they were on me and killed me for it. Like I really didn't do much this game besides farm.
Oh, but you didn't farm. You're at 110 CS at 22 minutes. If you are farming, you would be at 210 CS at 22 minutes.
What's the difference between like my farming now and like what makes like a good farm? Like,
I will show you. I will show you after the game. But basically, time wasted.
Can we chase this? I'm gonna chase it. Now I shouldn't have. Now we're fucked. I'm sorry to curse on your stream.
Nah, it's fine. As long as you don't say the bad words, you know.
Okay, good.
It's all good.
Ooh, damn, they're toying with us too. Like they're just walking it down mid. Crazy. It's sad.
So I don't know if you're the reason you're losing, but you're for sure not the reason you're winning. Or you're the reason you're not winning.
Yeah, I
But
definitely didn't have any impact on the game, really. Like,
but the good news is like I know exactly how you can have some impact, so
cool,
hopefully
cool,
I can
cool.
show it to you after.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Attack speed? Or nah, fuck, I break it up. Like, maybe I could have gotten a red, but for what? Drag, maybe? Because that's the soul for them. So this is like an we have to fight for this drag. Hmm. So I'm sure that this is warded. Why don't I have the sweeper, man? Why do I have this like these wards? Like, what are they gonna do for me? And now, like, so is this the one? Is this the one where I catch the dragon? All right, this is it. This is my big moment. Does he have ult? Does Malphite have ult? No vision. So it's a guessing game now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He has ult. I'm doing it. Wasted. Mhm. They have the soul now. So, and I got 2 items, 25 minutes. Let's go.
Let's go.
Damn.
Might be, might not be the end.
Oh, mini blocked. Oh.
Ah, such. Okay, okay. Well, it's really good. Like we have very good content for the stream. I know exactly what I will be talking about. Not for the stream, for the coaching.
Mhm.
Ah, nice, nice, nice. So you can stop. You can honor whoever. Also, so you're not really playing ranked. You're only playing like flex with your friends or normals.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Did you ever play ranked or like never?
Yeah. Just not really that much this season. Actually, I think not at all this season on this account.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you, Daddy Train, for the follow. Okay, so you can stop sharing your screen, and I will start sharing my own, and I will show you what I will be talking about. I will do my thing. Up, here, here. Okay, sometimes my screen share on Discord is not that good, so in that case you can go on the stream, but if it's good you should go on the Discord because there will be no delay, of course. Okay, so when did the game start? Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's go. So I will show you first like the notes. The game was not the longest, but I still got plenty of notes, and it's good because they all come in the same few categories. So which is always better, you know, when you have like 6 different categories of mistakes, it means that you need to work on 6 different things, and it's hard to do. But if you have only 2 or 3 categories, it's way easier to focus on. Like for me right now, my categories, I know them really well. Like for me, it's like communication, patience, and just clicking and not using attack, move, click. And it's easy. You can focus on 3 things at a time. And I think for you, it's going to be like probably 3 things also. So
Cool.
Good for you. So let's look at it. So first thing first, regarding like the thinking, I feel like whenever you see like these champs, etc., and you're gonna get into the game, of course it's important to understand like your role as Tryndamere jungle and how like their champs impact you. But that's not what you're looking at as a jungler. You're looking at everything. Like actually. Some people like play jungle because they're like, they say, well, I don't really like or understand laning, so I want to play jungle because like it's kind of easier for me to understand. Well, actually, the jungler is the one that has to understand the better the lanes. Because when, as a top laner, I can not understand too much what's happening bot, but I have to understand what's happening mid and top. Well, as a jungler, you need to understand what's happening bot, mid, and top at all time, basically. So actually, like, the jungler, yes, it's the most broken role in the game, but it's also the one that's more demanding in terms of knowledge. And people keep forgetting about that. So whenever you're observing and you're doing the thinking, it has to be very selfless. You need to imagine that you're not even playing the game. You need to imagine that you're observing the game and you're a caster or a coach or whatever, and you're just looking at those champions and you're trying to like assess the situation. So the easiest way to do it, it's okay if you don't have all the info, because as a jungler, what's gonna like matter to you is like who has what we call like the priority, who's like winning early levels and will push the wave if you want to push the wave, or will win a fight if you want to win a fight, basically. So you can go matchup by matchup. So for example, Yone versus Malphite, and you said something very interesting. You said that maybe you can get kills on Malphite before he gets level 6, because after level 6 he's gonna be, yeah, he will just run, and also he will be very tanky. You'll have Tabai's Wardens probably, and Tabai's Wardens into Tryndamere Yone, like he's gonna be unkillable basically. So early on, though, Yone is stronger than Malphite. Like Malphite level 1, 2, 3 is not that strong. So okay, so top early is winning for us. Sylas into Zed. So what I will do is I will wait to get here actually. Up. So we have this matchup figured out. So early it's we have the prio, and then later we just want to ignore top side basically. You don't want to be ganking a Malphite as Tryndamere especially, and as Tryndamere Yone. If your top laner was some like Gragas for example, who has AP damage and a CC, why not? Here you're two attackers into Malphite, so that's not the play. After level 4 or 5 or 6. Okay, jungle Naafiri, so it's an assassin versus you. You don't know too much about Naafiri, which is fine. I don't either, because it's a new champion, but it doesn't look that scary, you know, like I don't think she can assassinate you level 1, 2, 3 or something. And then you said after level 6, like you just need to be ready to press your ultimate and not get bursted. And we don't know much about Naafiri jungle, but it's probably not that strong. It's more of a mid laner than jungler, I think. Then you have Sylas versus Zed. So in this matchup, what matters is that it's Ignite versus Ignite. So first, who has the push into Sylas versus Zed? I don't know. I would think about it. So Zed, to push a wave, for example, where he can put his shadow and then use E and Q in the wave, etc. It's decent push, but early on, he doesn't have like that much power. He's not doing that much damage early. And Sylas, well, he has his Q, which is AoE, the E, and then he has his passive, and the passive deals AoE damage. So I feel like maybe Sylas has a bit more pressure early on. Depends if he's maxing Q or W also, but it's Ignite versus Ignite, so it's very what we call volatile. So if one gets a lead, he can snowball that lead very hard, because they have no like the guy has no TP. So if Sylas kills, well then when Zed is dead and he cannot TP back to lane, so he's gonna lose a lot, and then Sylas will probably have a level advantage, so his Ignite is gonna do more damage even, etc. Like Ignite versus Ignite, like basically it's pretty volatile. And then we have Kai'Sa Janna versus Jinx Thresh. So it's Enchanter with like kind of hyper carry these days. Kai'Sa is with engage and hyper carry. So what we know is that, well, if Thresh hits his hook, it can look pretty bad. These guys are most likely scaling Janna Kai'Sa. And yes, you have your Q, Janna Q, but I don't think it should be used for an engage. It should be used like to disengage basically. And they have Ignite here. So probably their bot lane is a bit more dangerous, but I wouldn't be too concerned either, because it's still Jinx and Thresh. It's not a Kalista Thresh into Kai'Sa Janna, you know. Like Jinx is not like that strong of a champion early. Okay, well, that being said, now once you get all that information, it should be used to make a plan now for what you as jungler Tryndamere want to do now regarding those information. Would we rather be bot side or top side? Well, first, regarding mid prio, we're not sure, but we might have mid prio, which is always useful, because if you have mid prio, you can play wherever you want. because the mid laner can come, and then you create another advantage, basically. Here I would be thinking, just like you, that top can look pretty good, because we can look to make like Yone get ahead and maybe snowball and get kills on that Malphite wall. He's still pretty useless, or easy to kill, like he has no mobility, no dashes, etc. And because bot is gonna depend a lot on what's happening, if Thresh hits his spells or not, if my bot lane plays it well or not. So top looks more juicy. Why not? I think both are fine, like both pathing are fine. So yeah, why not play for top? So now we know that we're gonna start top to bot because of this. We had like nothing too obvious that's telling us you should be there absolutely. If I was playing, let's say I have Nautilus, Kalista in my team versus Koglulu. Well, I know that I don't want Koglulu to scale and I want Nautilus, Kalista to snowball, so I probably go bot to help them, you know. That kind of thing that you need to be looking for. So yeah, that's regarding the thinking. The only thing I would have to say is it has to be selfless until it's selfish. So at the moment, you don't start with
until it's selfish.
Yes. Like okay. So you don't think about Tryndamere, how it is the game for me, etc. before you understand how the game is for your ADC and your support and your mid and your top. Once you understand how the game is for them, now you understand how it should be for you. And this is gonna help you. Now, keep in mind that we said that by default, you just wanna get level 6 and scale up and farm up, etc. Okay. So now let's look at level 1. We also have a really like big information about level 1, which should be really important, is this.
The Thresh.
I have a Thresh level 1. So
makes them ungankable, pretty much. Like he'll just peel everything off of.
I'm talking before even the camp spawn. I'm talking like right now, level 1. It means that they have an invade potential, right?
Oh, okay.
If you're playing in team and you're playing flex and someone has a blitzcrank, you're gonna invade most likely level 1, no? Maybe you don't with your friends. I don't know.
Okay, at my elo not so often, but yeah.
Okay, so okay, maybe we'll pass on that really quickly, but for me, they have a Thresh. Thresh has a Q level 1, it's really strong, and they can look, and also Jinx is really strong level 1 because of her resets, etc. So I will be concerned that they will go for an invade. So I would either call for my team to stack in that bush and we can use Janna Q to beat them, or I would just using my ward to cover, and I would be very concerned about that Thresh. But if you're telling me it never happens in your games, okay, maybe don't be concerned too much about it, but I think you should be concerned about it. So that's why I don't like walk into that bush. What if they are stacking here, and then you have Thresh Q?
There was actually a little bit of lag. Could you repeat what you said one more time? I'm really sorry. You said you don't like what?
So I don't like that here. So here you're like standing as a human ward, because if they come, you can just E out and you're safe. But now if you're looking to face check and imagine they were looking to invade themselves and like, yeah, Thresh could be here throwing a Q and you give first blood and you lose.
Yeah, then I'm dead.
Yeah. Now, one big subject for you. The first big subject that's actually like matters the most. I feel like you're not driving the game is driving you, basically.
Okay.
You're not having a clear plan of what you're gonna do for the next like 1 to 3 not even minutes, like just objectives, you know. Here I gave you a plan because we saw before the game that we're gonna do this camp into this camp into this camp into boom. Wait, did I do Raptors red golems or Raptors golems red? Yeah, okay.
Into wolves blue.
Yeah, so here you kind of know what you're gonna do, but then just this happens. Just Zed is playing a bit too like up forward, and you're like, oh, maybe I can go, maybe not, maybe, and then you're walking back, and you're almost like, I'm sure that if the Zed kept going, you would keep moving up, and you would be late for your camp, for example, because you're reacting to what Zed is doing or what Silas is doing. Here's something really important. If we're not getting leashed, it's because we want to give space for our bot lane to go there, because actually something else regarding like Thresh level 1, if it's like enemy team can actually wait for your bot lane in the first bush of the lane, and by not making them leash, you can actually like help them not die from that. So I mean, you should make them like make it understood that you don't need a leash, because a lot of players in your elo are gonna ask for a leash, and as I said, I think it's bad. But now there's something important is that, and you see what Nafiri did. Nafiri went leashless also. Bot is there and top is there. So now we don't know where Nafiri is. Now imagine if bot came late. Well, now you know where Nafiri is. So yeah, you're just creating a flat advantage most of the time. Here, she was smart also of getting leashless.
I'll be honest, I wasn't really tracking her at all that game. Maybe I also should have been doing that. Well,
Oh,
not maybe, I should
for
have.
sure. For sure, yeah. Now something about here, look at your E. So your E is like on a 12-second cooldown if you don't crit. And here you don't E at 130. You don't E and you end up Eing, boom, after 145 or something. So you missed a whole E. You should E instant. You're gonna get it back. And this is what makes you run low in HP and have to queue here and be late on your clear. It's actually because you missed that first E, and now you are getting very low in HP, etc. Like it's gonna snowball into a bad situation.
And the E should have went through each like raptor.
Yeah. When they spawn, you just E towards the big one, and you start hitting the big one, and then you're gonna.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you just E here on them, and then you start hitting him, and then your second E is a way to finish them off.
Yeah, that was so common sense. I should have thought of that.
Okay.
I mean, like, why take the E first if I wasn't gonna use it like immediately?
Yep. Okay, so that's why you actually have to queue. It's fine to queue. You didn't panic. Like if you didn't queue, you would die. But the reason is because you missed your E. Here, I don't understand why we're walking this way. Why are we walking this way? Our next move is going wolves. So we're moving away from where we're going, which I don't really understand. And the very big issue for me is that here you take W.
Was I supposed to go Q E Q Q or Q E Q? I mean,
you go E Q Q W. Level one is E all the time. It gives you a better clear on one single camp, and also it allows you to be safe if they're invading or late invading or whatever. Like you can just dash, and then Q again, because what does your E do? W do? Your W is only useful in a skirmish if you're meeting someone. And like I really don't understand like how the fastest way from Gromp to Wolves happened to be this instead of this.
Yeah, it is pretty dumb.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now something that you don't have to do absolutely on that very first like 3 camps, but it's gonna be important. It's gonna be so important for the rest of the game is your camera management. So as I said, whenever you're bot, you need to check at mid and bot, and here you're only checking at minimap. But I would say something. Does it matter here, for example, if Z is 1 HP or full HP? Will it change your play? If it's like legit 1 health, would you go there?
1 health? Of course, yeah, I would go there.
So if the information would make you change your play, then you should look for that information. You like whenever you're clearing bot camps, you should look for top and mid, bot and mid, and when you're clearing top camps, you should go for top and mid. And now we have something really important. So I don't know, it might be a bit too advanced, but here we see Nafiri top. What should we do? There's something that we should do absolutely.
Gank bot.
No. Can you gank bot? Is there a gank here?
No.
Okay.
Take his camps topside? Like split the jungle like vertically?
Maybe. I need to like, if you can think about it, press tab and look at her CS, because you have 12 CS, because you have 3 camps. So if she has 12 CS and now you look at her and you see if she has a blue buff or a red buff. Because if she has a red buff and that's it, guess what's open? Blue buff. And your bot lane is actually pushing and your mid lane is actually pushing. You have what we call prio. And then you can just go and invade and get her blue buff. That's how we jungle. That's jungling for you.
Yeah, I need more map awareness for sure.
Yes, I think you end up knowing that she's top, or maybe you realize only here, but it still matters. Look at the camera. Like, we need to know. It's not even map awareness. You know what's happening on map, and you're like, should I go? Should I not go? I don't know. How much HP do they have? This guy has 40% HP. Are they 1 HP or are they like 80% HP? I don't know. If they're 1 HP, you should go. If they're 80%, you shouldn't. So I cannot even tell you what the play is. The play is to look there. And then if you see that she has a red buff, you know that the blue buff is open and you can maybe get her bot camps. And then if she doesn't invade you after that, well, now you just have 3 quadrants of the map and she has 1. Boom, that's your jungler and that's hers. And that's
the way of looking at it. Yeah, like breaking it up into like 4 pieces, and like whoever controls the more of the 4 pieces controls more.
Oh yeah, for sure. So that's what we call like quadrants of the jungle, or a lot of people call them like that. And so usually if someone like, yeah, sometimes what happens is that we do cross map jungling, and instead of splitting the map like your jungler and his jungler, it becomes bot jungle and top jungle, etc. But here in this elo, if this guy can stop early, plus it doesn't work, this is such a free win for you, because now you can play for this, and if she doesn't play for this, well, you get this, you can even reset and go back bot, and now you have more items, more XP, more etc. And she got like a quarter of the jungle, where you got 3/4. So now you're like giga ahead, and you're already winning for your team.
Should I have finished the wolves there and then went up to like? Well, I guess I should have just went up there in the first place, right? I should have went to her blue like immediately as I saw her like.
I don't know. Did she have a blue buff? Because maybe what she did, I don't know how many CS she has, and I don't know what buff she has. Because maybe she did blue into red into gank. Maybe she did bot camps into straight up gank. I don't know if she has the time. I don't know what Nafiri does. Maybe she went red buff, wolves, golems, gank. I don't know, because I don't see how many CS she has, and I don't see what buff she has on her. So because I don't see, I don't know. Because I don't know, I cannot decide. Like League, I keep explaining this. Like League is, or playing any game when you think about it. You start with information, and based on that information, you make a plan. And now that plan that you have, you look to execute it. And executing is like mechanics, so it's like only a third of it. Like, it's so easy to execute if you have the right information and plan. But here, the issue that you're having is that you're having no information, or you're not taking enough information into account most of the time. Then you're not even making a plan, because whenever, you know, when I was asking you, okay, what do you do now? And you're like, farming. And I'm like, well, what are you farming? This camp. But then what? Like, the answer that we would expect is, well, now I'm clearing this, this, and this, and then I'm going to look to play for this. And if I cannot, I base and I go for this. That's a plan. That's very easy. But here you're just, when I say you're not driving the game, is that you're not looking for information to make a plan. You're just looking for information to execute. Like, you go straight from this to this. If you have a bit of info that there's a fight going on, boom, let's go fight. There's no plan, there's just like reacting to what's happening. And I feel like,
yeah, exactly.
That's an example, but we're gonna have like other examples. So I don't know what you should do, because I don't have the information. I would be able to make a good plan only if I have the good information. And here, that's what matters, how many CS she has, etc. Okay. So by the way, you saw how me with my clear at that point at 3:20, 18, 19, 21, my clear was already over. At that time, I'm done with Gromp. And here you're just starting blue. So I think it might be worth it if you're gonna play Trynd jungle to just, I will upload on YouTube like my jungle clears. And I will send you the link, and maybe it will be interesting for you to just like look at them a few times and try to like replicate them in practice tool.
Thank you, I'd really appreciate that. That's what I need to work on for sure.
Yeah, because here, like, you would already be done with this. You would be level 4 into level 3 Nafiri, and now you can fight her on Scuttle, and now you beat her on Scuttle, and you can carry the game because mid is winning and now jungle is winning as well. Because by that time, if it was me, I would be level 4 with more HP and with smite up and ready to fight Scuttle. So I would be like even like hiding in that bush and waiting for the scuttle to spawn, and then going on her. And then it's level 4 Trynd versus level 3 Naafiri. Then it's winning. But because you were so late in your clear, well, now, boom, your clear is actually 30 seconds slower than mine, which is like, that's huge. That's a ridiculous amount.
Well, what was it? Was it me not bringing was it the W that I took that made the difference? Was it me not maybe guiding the camps over to like the next one?
A bit of everything. It was not using your first E here. It was not taking the fastest route from here to here, but actually taking this route. It was taking W instead of Q. It was, that's already three things. It was also, so regarding the smite, we talked about it. What's important about the smite is that you use your smite before before you get your second one. So here you're gonna get your second smite. So now you're regenerating a smite. Okay. But now, boom, you have two. So you're not regenerating a smite anymore. So now you're just wasting smite time. Yeah. You should never have two smites, basically. That's the general idea. You should have one most of the time, but never two. So also the smite, etc. Like so many different things that make you like slower. And here, once this happened, so they killed. Naafiri killed, and you kind of know she's on scuttle. Mm-hmm. So how should you react to that?
Ignore it and move somewhere else.
Where?
Man, I guess like path towards bot side. Because now I can't go top anymore, right? Because Naafiri was like, was just there. She'll just like turn around.
Yeah, probably, and Yoden was dead. So we're playing. The objective is scuttles. So if we cannot get top scuttle, what should we look to get?
Bottom scuttle.
That's it. So you have actually two ways to do it, which are
to walk through mid or to path through my own jungle.
Well, then you have three ways. Because you can also just reset. Mm-hmm. You back. You buy tier 1 boots, long swords, something like this, or tier 1 boots and 2 daggers. Okay. And then you go straight there. So even if Naafiri decides to go there as well, now you're stronger because you have more items.
That's what you were saying earlier about like, oh, you have all this money, but like not even a Kraken, just like a Noon Quiver.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, something you want to play for as Tryndamere is spikes. Like when we talk about level 6, it's because it's a spike. And items are also a spike. And Tryndamere, you need to spike as hard as possible. If you're a ball of damage, you're looking to stat check your opponents. But you're not going to stat check if you don't have stats. You're not going to have stats if you're not having levels or gold spent. We don't care about the gold that you have on you. And yeah, I think that it's actually really bad that you go through mid, because now you're showing your information. You're showing them info, and now you're sharing XP with Silas. You want Silas to carry? Well, don't steal his XP, basically. And now we're on the map with 950, and look what you did with your time after taking romp, 356.
Yeah. Just kind of goofed around, like
yeah. Around. That's 30 seconds of doing nothing, where you could have just based, spent some gold, and went back on the map. And now we're looking to maybe fight when we're like behind in items and in HP. So this ends up working. This is not like, sometimes in League you're gonna make the wrong play and you're gonna be rewarded for it, and sometimes you're gonna make the right play and you're gonna be punished for it. But here I'm telling you,
like the wrong play and I got.
Oh, for sure. It was them. Like what does Naafiri need to engage on full HP Silas here? Like you're out. You're losing the scuttle, and maybe you're even losing the Drake, or like you're behind in them. Like she has more items, she has a kill, she just based, she spent her gold, and she got top scuttle, and now she's gonna get bot scuttle, and now she has an advantage. She can even like take your raptors here, and you cannot defend them. Why are they going on the side? Like this is not you. The wave is good for them. The wave is pushing to them. Like they don't need to push the wave, crash it, or anything. Like they're just inting, and you end up to be.
I didn't see any of this. Like I just thought like it was fight, like we're fighting now.
Yes, because that's how you're playing the game, and I saw it throughout the game. And here, for example, it happens again. So okay, let's say this happened and you get the assist, etc. And now it's really good. What do you want to do now? What would I do? What do you think I would do right now?
go. Oh, I guess reset. I just got free gold. I have like 1,300.
You have non-quiver, or you have tier 1 boots with some AD, or you have tier 2 boots if you want to be fast, or you have Tiamat if you want Tiamat. Like you have so much here. And you're so strong, and you have also something really important. You have your camps respawning. And you wanna clear your camps when they respawn or like pretty fast. And here actually you could argue that yes, but I'm gonna get raptors and then golems and do my second full clear, which you can do sometimes. You can go like for double full clear, but you're gonna clear so slow regarding like compared to if you had Noon Quiver or Tiamat. So maybe you could go, if you have info on where their bot lane is and they back, like maybe you can still go for that bot scuttle. But because now you know that Naafir is dead. Also, Naafir is just dead. But then after being dead, what is she gonna be? She's gonna be alive. And now you're gonna be on the map with low HP Tryndamere with no item spent versus full HP and full mana Naafir with items spent. And it's starting to look scary. So I would just back here. I would just look to to back in and spend my gold.
Did I go scuttle?
I think no, you went on Raptors. And now you're still very low, and you're just kind of twerking around Drake. And now we completely like forget about golems. So we just sack golems when it's okay on many champions to sack golems, but Tryndamere, you want to go for level 6, you want as many camps as possible, etc. And now you go on Raptors and you get invaded and die. And this is pretty obvious. If it was not Zed, it had to be Naafiri. Like you're standing on map with 200 HP and 1600 gold. Like, Malphite could invade you here and kill you.
How do they know that? How do they know I was like so low taking that specific camp? Just because it's up?
Because you're showing yourself on the map right now. You showed yourself on the pink ward. And now, like, you don't have a million options, you know? It's either you're gonna be clearing top side, or you're gonna be... maybe you even showed here. Maybe you even showed mid. There's a way you even showed mid. Because the wave just crashed. Yeah. This minions see you. Probably.
Damn, that's pretty pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty embarrassing.
But the issue is not that you're being seen. Like I don't care about that. I care about the fact that you're staying on the map with 1600 gold and not putting your. We talked about it. You're looking to play for level 6. That's Tryndamere. Playing for level 6. The fact that you got 2 assists is insane. It's not even how the game is supposed to go. So now just spend that gold and play for that level 6. And now at level 6 you have items and level 6. And now you can make a play happen. But here you get level 6 so late actually. Oh, by the way, yeah, the purchase timer. The fact that I ask you what are you building, because you're not talking about it. You have 10 seconds to think about it. Think about what you're building, buy it, and decide where you're going and start going there. But here we're up at 1621. And we're moving out. Oh, yo. 24, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9. So you see, at 6 minutes 50, you already lost 30 seconds on the clear and 30 seconds in the base. That's already 1 minute out of 7 that was just completely wasted on like just, I don't know, on lack of planning or a bit of mis-execution for the first clear, but here it was just like not planning, you know. And now we're clearing. And again, like you're talking about maybe I go bot, maybe I don't go bot. I don't know. Like I legit cannot tell you if you should go bot here. There's a fight. They're fighting. What's the situation? Janna is dead. Okay. Are they 20 HP or are they 1000 HP? Yeah. You have to know. So keep that in mind. When you're clearing bot side, you're looking at bot and mid. But you're looking at it. You're not looking at minimap. You're clicking, left clicking. And you're looking at the HP bars and what's actually happening. Because yeah, like during the game, there's so many times and now you're going and we still don't know. And now we look at it and you're like, okay, maybe not, etc.
Yeah, that is kind of what I did.
And again, 725. And now you're doing your... So it's 20 more seconds wasted. So you see the amount of seconds, like might as well like stop auto attacking for 5 seconds for no reason, you know. Yeah. So yeah, it really does matter. I'm trying to emphasize so you understand like how. And now look at that, we do the red buff instead of going Raptor straight, because now we're playing for the level 6 still. It hasn't changed. Tryndamere's champion identity didn't change between minute 1 and minute 8. It doesn't change over the course of years, so it's not going to change during the game. So if we said from minute 1 that we're playing for level 6, it's going to be true for the rest of the game, and it's going to be true for the next 2,000 games you're playing on Tryndamere Jungle, most likely. Unless they change something big about the champion and they transform it into some sort of Nidalee or something. So here, a plan would be, well, there's this objective spawning soon, so maybe I'll do this, this, and this, I'll get level 6 from it, and then I contest Herald with level 6. That would be a plan. That's a plan. But the fact that we see that Sylas is going bot, and now because Sylas is going, then maybe we should go bot, and then oh, but actually nothing is happening. So now we take the turn, and now we see that oh shit, we're warded, and you're actually telling me at that point, okay, I need to farm and play for 6, and now you're dashing in and you're autoing the Z.
Yeah, and then I like didn't really accomplish anything either. It was like a waste of time. Like
yes, and actually, like I feel like for you, to bring your gameplay to the next level and to become a better player, you just need to make it like it's actually way simpler than what you think. Like legit, a master player here, what he does is not like he's going crazy playing every skirmish, dodging every single spell, etc. He's just going, okay, I want 6. Well, I'm gonna farm to 6 and I'm gonna full clear top to bot, and then I'm gonna back and full clear top to bot. Oh, I'm 6. Can I gank? Yes, no. If no, well, I just back and I go farm, and then I look to contest an objective at level 6 because I'm stronger than Nafury, and that's it. And he's just gonna stomp the game because he will have a night like an XP and a level advantage just by power farming.
So there's no shame in avoiding fights if I like before level 6.
Of course not. I mean, of course, if it's free, you should go there. But to know if it's free or not, you need to look at the situation of the fight before it even happens. Here, for example, you're telling me, okay, it's good. At the end, you're telling me it's good because we got her off Herald. Well, if your play is to get her off Herald, that's it. She's off Herald. Like you don't have to run all the way, you know, for example. But the issue is that you're not like legit like planning for something. And you keep like asking questions, but you need to find the answers, you know? So it's good. The first step to find the answers is to ask the questions, of course. So should I hear them? Should I go Herald, etc.? Well, I'm telling you what you should look at. If you're asking yourself if you should go Herald, do I have my mid prio and top prio? It means that is the top wave and mid wave, or are they gonna be in a situation where the enemy top and mid are stuck under the turret, and my top and mid are free to move, or not, basically.
Which
and
they
here,
kind of are in this situation.
Yes, because we don't see where Z is, and we don't see where Malphite is, so it means that they're probably back. So it means that this guy can push those waves freely. And after they push those waves, what would happen? What the waves would be under turrets. So now they cannot move. Enemy team cannot move to you, but your team can move to you. So you don't even need to win. By the way, we're talking about Herald. So Super Pumped in the chat was saying that you can just walk like you did and you're not seen. Okay, probably. What I'm saying is like you can just like dash from here to here, your E, or from here to here, and to make sure that you're not seen. And then in that case, I would not hit the Herald here, because if I hit him from here, he's gonna dash this way.
That way.
And there's a chance that he gets in vision, so I would actually hit him in the back, so he dashes this way, or here, so he dashes this way. But I would keep him away from that, basically, because often enemy team would get the scuttle vision and think that, well, they have vision on Herald, when they actually like don't, because they don't have a ward. But it was a good pink ward that you had. It was really good. And now we need to be thinking. So for example, we need to be spiking as hard as possible. What would be your next spike as Tryndamere here? You got your level 6, so you spiked in terms of levels. What's your next spike?
Or any first item, first new quiver item.
Okay, so what would that be?
I guess in this case, Kraken.
Okay, and how much gold do you need for Kraken?
I actually don't know off the top of my head.
So yeah, Kraken is 3,000. Noon quiver is this. So you need
700.
So you need 700. So you're actually like 2 camps away from Kraken, and that's the play. That's it.
Okay.
because there's gonna be a Drake soon, and you don't want to be on the map, and you don't want to be fighting a Drake with that amount of gold. You got the Herald. It's actually fine if you don't even get the Drake. Like, you're not supposed to get every single objective on the map. Like, and here you might actually get it because you took Herald before Drake even spawned. So that should be the play. That's the plan. We're spiking. It's not like here going mid for like just 3 or 4 CS of experience on Sylas. And here again, because you're not looking. If you are looking, you would see that it's only 2 CS. Is it worth giving information, vision, and not clearing camps for 2 CS? And that you're not even farming? So just 2 CS of experience? I don't think it is, personally. But if I don't see it, I might think that there is 5 CS here, and then it's good to take them. But I feel like there's an issue also in the mindset. You told me, well, Sylas is gonna win us the game, so I should play for my Sylas. And I think it's a very bad mindset when you're playing solo queue at least, or just playing solo, you know, like, yeah, you should, unless you're like very far behind and you're completely like losing the game, etc., and then you can just try to play as a Yumi and enable someone. You should invest on yourself, especially on Tryndamere, which is so gold hungry and needs so much like resource to function.
Also wasted the Rift Herald. I'm embarrassed about that one. That was just pathetic. I don't know what I was thinking. Like, why I didn't look at it or anything. Like,
I mean, it's really not what I'm like seeing as a mistake in your gameplay. You know, like over the course of 50 games, I feel like you're gonna use heralds most of the time. But the mistakes that we've been talking about, I feel like you keep doing them. So I'd rather focus on that than that herald. I think it was more like something that just happened. You know, shit happens. I'm fine with it. Okay, so by the way, you have a herald. Where would you like want to look to put herald? What do you think would be like the best options to put herald on?
well, I think it'd be great if you see the bot lane down there. They keep pushing my bot lane against the turret. What if they didn't have a turret like themselves? Then they couldn't be so like reckless and be so close to like my turret. You know what I'm saying?
It's funny because it was the least good option. It was
really?
Yeah, option number 3. So I think that it's never bad to put it mid. Like, it's never bad to put it mid. First, one reason is, as you said, you think that Sylas can be the win condition, and sharing plates with Sylas can be really good. Also, mid turret is the best turret to have in the game, because mid turret opens you the map. Now you can push and you can go in their top jungle or their bot jungle. And also mid turret is the fastest way to Nexus. We want to play for Nexus. So the fastest way to Nexus is a straight line, and the first obstacle we have is mid turret. So mid turret is never gonna be bad. And then I would also consider top turret because it's only 2 platings up. So if you put it top, you secure the first turret in the game. So you secure so much gold. So it depends. For me, it's number 1. It depends. If you think that Yone is a win condition, number 1 is top. If you think it's Sylas, it's probably mid, then top, then bot at last. Okay, it was just a little like exercise. And here I think, yeah, your play would have been to just take Raptors, Wolves, Raptors back by Kraken. And now by that time you would be back here. Right now you would be bot with the Kraken Slayer. So I don't know if you should have been like there with Jinx, etc. Like I don't really care. I think that you should not be fighting or be pressuring anything if you have a whole Kraken Slayer waiting in base, basically. So might not even look at that fight.
Yeah, that fight was terrible.
Okay, and now again, so we're spending a bit of time here, and now we need to be thinking. So let's try to do it now. So what would be a plan over a few camps? Like, what do you think? What do you want to play for here?
Well, Dragon's up, so it'd be nice to take that red and maybe work for a dragon. It's not even warded or anything, and I don't have sight of their bot lane. Do I know if they're dead or not? I let's say they're not, so they could be there right now.
Yeah, there was a big fight happening, so yeah, they could be there, and actually we saw them going there. So no, it's a different plan.
Maybe rush there immediately and because now I'm fresh. Now I have like new items, 100% health.
Mm-hmm.
Now's the
Well, you're doing it, but it ends up being too late, which is fine. Okay, let's say you didn't like remember the state of the game, etc. So now, okay, what now? Now the plan changes. Remember info, plan, execution. Now the info changes. There's no more Drake. So what's the new plan?
well, that red still got to be taken. Like my camp still have to be
Okay.
cleared.
Okay, so we go red. Then what?
Red, wolves, Gromp, and then Scuttle, topside Scuttle.
Okay, and then what?
Then look to see which lane is where. Silas is dead, right? Yeah, so he'll be back up immediately. And then I'll have somebody. He has the best follow up in the entire on like my entire team. Like Yone has okay follow up, but he has to dash back after he uses his like dash thing, and it like leaves me like alone against like in 2v2s. So I think he would have been like the lane to play around.
Okay, I feel like there's a bit of a misconception, especially with Tryndamere, but on any junglers, you cannot make ganks happen. Ganks already exist, and then you just take them. But you cannot, like, by the time you're there, the good answer would be, I will look if there is an opportunity top or mid, and if there isn't, I will probably, I don't know, you can back for tier 2 boots, or look for a vision on Naafiri, or like see whatever's or just base and go back bot. But you cannot, especially as Tryndamere, but on any champion, you cannot like force a gank that doesn't exist, you know? So you're gonna be there, and by that time, it's not like we're just gonna kill that Zed because I'm there with Silas. No, if the Zed is under his turret, well, you're not gonna dive a full HP Zed, and you have no info on the Naafiri and let's say Thresh. You cannot just go there. So I think like that's a bit of a misconception. Like you often think that just by being there you can make something happen. No, something is already like happening, and you're just taking it. That I think will be the best way to think about it. So I agree with reds and going towards top side. And now I will be looking at mid, at the state of mid and state of top, etc. And let's see, is Scuttle up yet? It's been up for a bit of time, so maybe it's even better to look for Scuttle first and then go back to your camps. Yeah. Okay. Now we're moving up. And now you see there's something happening. We have to like, and now you're like kind of panicking in vocal. You tell me, oh, there's a fight. Maybe I should be bot. Oh, maybe I should have been there. Oh, but maybe there's something top, etc. But the thing is, now, right now, if you know what you're doing next, like next you're gonna do Scuttle. Well, you should already think by the time I'm doing Scuttle or I'm over with Scuttle, is there something mid to take? And here you get. Yeah, because Scuttle, like you don't need to be like to have both eyes on it. You know, you don't have to like kite it perfectly. It's fine if you don't like kite it perfectly, but take information. You know, and here I would be like, well, it's either gonna be mid or maybe top, and instantly you see the Malphite. Oh, it should tick. You know, okay, maybe. I should have top
immediately. I didn't see that.
Because yeah, he's pretty like far up. When mid, there's nothing happening, so that's where the play is. And even if you warded, you're Tryndamere, you can dash through that pit, and now you come from behind him.
That's a good idea. I didn't even think about that. I took the tri-bush anyway. That would have been the better way to do it. Maybe I would have even had.
Oh, but here the thing is, if you take the tri-bush and he had a ward in the river, he saw you right now.
Yeah.
But if he has a ward in the river but not in the tri-bush, he doesn't see you. So yep. Now he can just play it safe. But still, it's still a Malphite top. Post level 6, and you said it from minute 1 that it might not be the play, so maybe an even better play would have been after doing Scuttle. I don't know, looking to I don't know, was Naafiri in that fight bot? Not really. I don't know if you think that you can beat Naafiri, maybe looking to invade her camps, because you see kinda everyone on map, so it's only not Naafiri. So maybe try to go on her top camps, maybe go for your Raptors, and then you get tier 2 boots, which is your next spike, which is what I probably would have played for at some point. So that kind of thinking, you know. And also keep in mind that it happens too often that you go through mid and you show information on where you are.
So what's the best route to get to the other side of the map through there?
I mean,
a path or what's the word? Behind the turret, like beneath the turret.
I mean, it depends of where the enemy wave is. You know, like the first time you got seen because the enemy wave was completely crashing at the turret. Here, like if the wave is in that spot, like it's actually better to just wait for these minions to die and then you can move, or you go like all the way here and dash through the wall, etc. But giving information for free as a jungler should never happen.
Okay.
It's so valuable, jungler's information. Now we're kinda like looking to force something, etc. When there's no objective on the map. You have tier 2 boots now, and like and Silas is top and Yone is base.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what we're looking for. There's not a play, like, and you cannot make it happen. Even if it was Janna and you versus Zed, it's level 11 Zed. There's no objective. You need to be playing or thinking about the next objective, which is for now Herald, for example. So now, if now we're saying that there's a Herald, what do you think you should do?
Path top.
Yeah, path top. So path towards top or path straight to top?
Well, I guess there's not really any camps, right? Maybe I could go wolves into Herald. Do you think I should go directly there?
I think you should go directly here, because just like the Nash, what happened on Nash, you were like, it's fine, they cannot take it right now, I will be there soon, you know, and then they took it. Here, we like Nafir is going to topside. By the way, during that time where you're buying and just thinking about your items, you're not even taking information, and you probably don't see that Nafiri is pathing. So we see Zeds, we see Thresh, and now we see Nafiri mid, and now we see Nafiri killing and going probably towards top. We're not sure about that. But all of these information are so valuable because that's what is gonna make you plan something. And here, but what you see is low HP bot laners. Now you unlock your camera and you see them being low HP. And Nafiri was actually going on Herald, as expected. And now we see this and we're like, oh, maybe I should go there, etc. Your click, you see your clicks are there. But that's not where the objective is. You said it. Tryndamere is an objective taker.
Okay, yeah.
So good. They're being low. Good. They're out. Now we can play for this, and I can have my support when the enemy team doesn't have a support because they're low. Don't want to play for the kills.
Yeah.
Because if you get the kills and they get the Herald, they get more than you. It's losing. And now you're like, yeah, maybe Herald, etc. And then Yone goes for it, and then you're like, oh, he's doing it. Okay, go. And then I insta type Yone decides. And you don't. Yone decides. Silas decides. You don't. And that's an issue. Like, you should be the one deciding.
Kind of just letting the game happen around me and then responding to it instead of like pushing like the initiative.
Exactly. And then while you're doing your objective, you should think about what's next. So what's the next objective here? There is any.
Dragons, like, kind of on its way up. I'm also my red. Maybe I could go Gromp, Wolves, and then take red, and then it'll be up by then.
Well, I think you're gonna be even a bit late if you do that. But you certainly don't want to go top. Like, certainly don't want to go top. Okay, we're killing. Even if you kill the Malphite, good job. But then you lose Drake.
Yeah.
Because of that. So it's actually like simpler than what you think. It's simpler to be the one deciding of what the play is and the plan is than reacting to whatever is happening. Reacting is so hard. Like it means that you have so little time to actually react to the information that's happening and make a decision. It's so hard. No one plays like this. I mean, no one should play like this in high elo, you know. And so yeah, you need to be the one like making the play, and if there's a Drake and you can play for the Drake as a team, just go for it. Okay, but now something that I really like is I ask you, okay, there's a Drake, can we take it? Because you're like, yeah, I should maybe go there. I'm like, can you take it? And you're like, okay, my team is dead, we have no vision, so no. So then I'm like, what should you do? And then you're like, maybe take something on the opposite quadrant of the map. The Drake is here, up here. Really good. I don't know why, like, you like, yeah, you are like, yeah, but they're not spawning, etc. But it's because you're not pressing tab and not checking the red buff. But this is spawning 10 and this is spawning 10 now. When it goes 0, it means 10 seconds. So by the time you're gonna be there, it's gonna be up. And this is really good. This is, if you can go for an objective, you should go for the objective. If you cannot go for the objective, you should go for something on the opposite side of the map, basically. So that I like. You can, here you can just, we don't see it, but there is a blast cone, so you can just dash towards the blast cone.
Yeah,
I
I
think.
could have just walked the opposite way. I don't know why I tried to be like fancy. I saw them outside there too. That was definitely a misplay.
It's fine. And now again, like when you're dead, you have time to think. And if you're dead at up 1940 or something, you know the next objective is Nash, and you know that they know that you're dead. So you should go straight to Nash. Just to check it, not even to do it or anything. Just like buy a pink ward and go there and check vision. Or ping Jana to do it. But if there is a Nash on the map, I don't know what made you feel so safe and you were like, there's no way they're gonna go straight on it. And I don't know what made you feel so safe, but there's a Nash, we don't see any opponent. There's a high chance that they're just doing it. So just go there. And this should, like, you should be thinking about it even like at the time they're killing Drake. Because when they're killing Drake, well, where's the next objective then? It's gonna be Nash, so we should be playing according to it. And you should be obsessed about it. That's your mission as a jungler. Also something, general rule, if a Nash is up and you're the jungler, this is the int line. You never go below this line. Okay. If you're on that side of the map. And then for the enemy jungler, up, this is, yeah, I mean, that's basically like the int line, up. And when there is a Drake, it's the opposite. There is a Drake, this is the int line on the top. So yeah, you never go at the on golems when Nash is up, because that way they actually have the time to start it and finish it before you're even there to contest it. It's a good, like, you didn't do it during this game, but it's good, like, general idea to have. I see too often like junglers doing golems when Nash is up. Okay, now they did Nash, and here I really like it. We're just pushing it. So I think a little specific, you should keep hitting that tier 2, because now, because you don't keep hitting it, now the Herald has to charge it.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
But if you hit it, it will be dead, and now the Herald can do his first charge on that turret, and maybe even charge the inhib after, or something. Okay, it's fine, like, that you die, it was pretty normal, but you make them waste a lot of time, etc. It's really good. Here we're kind of reacting to a fight, like, you're Tryndamere without ults, like, you're not strong. Like, you here, for example, again, talking about spikes, no ult is not a spike. What's your next spike? In 200 gold, you have Navori. These 3 things plus 200 is Navori. So you just farm, so it means that in 50 seconds, plus a few minions, you have Navori and ult. Now we're talking. But right now we're not talking, because right now you have only 1 item and a bunch of stats, and you don't have your ult. But we're fighting, and also there was not even an objective on the map to play for. Okay.
So avoid an objective so that I'm not dead.
Oh, for sure, and especially like fights that will make you use your ult and shit like that, or your smite. It's terrible. You want to keep your resources for the objectives. That's your mission as a jungler. Gotcha. And now, something that we talked about regarding the steals is that on Tryndamere, I told you that you can go super early because you have your ult to stay for a long time. So here I would be dashing it or dashing in already. Because like you can stay forever in that bit. You can, even if they stop DPSing it, you can start DPSing it yourself. But here when you dash in, boom, the smite is at 1200, and now by the time you dash in, the smite, like the jungler, the Drake is already like in smite range and dead. Because if it's 1200 for you, it's of course 1200 for her at that point. So yeah, you can dash in early, so you're there when you need to smite. Also, if the play here is to steal, you should bring your team back. You're not gonna fight, that's not the play, right? The play is not to fight the Drake. It's for you to steal, so you ping your team off, they just defend, they just...
Ping them like the red ping, like to get out.
Yeah, or the red or the yellow one. Which is like retreat, I think. And you go by yourself, because here if you die by yourself, your team can still defend, but if you all die, well, you probably just lose the game, which happens.
Yeah, which happens.
Okay, so basically, most important things. You need planification. You need to, at all times, maybe in your next game, imagine if I was just here asking you, okay, what are you doing next? But next is not like your next camp. It's like your next 3 camps.
Okay, yeah.
And then even if you're able to do that, try to think about once I'm there, would something like okay, what would I be able to impact? It's pretty straightforward. Like here it's top or mid. And that's why while you're farming your camps, you should look at top and mid to see like if something is actually happening, you know? That's really important. Make the plans yourself, make the decisions, and then keep the focus on the objectives and the objective timers. And that's what you're playing for. Don't let like something like, even it will be a good practice to like never react. Try to like just decide this is a good play and you just commit to it regardless of what happens. Bro, sometimes you would see me in my games like I'm legit here looking to crash a wave because I'm like, the crash is good and there's a fight 3v3 happening here and I'm still not going until I've crashed my wave, because that's my plan and that's what I think like would be better, and I would stick to it. Of course, sometimes if they're all like, again, 1 HP and my team is like really winning, etc., I would go. But yeah, you need to make your own decisions and stick to them. Stop, yeah, not let your team decide for you, basically.
Yeah. Gotcha. I was doing a lot of that.
Okay, yeah. So let's see, did that bring any question on that game or on the game in particular? Or like on the game in general?
I definitely see now that like my macro play is a problem in jungle. Like a lot of the stuff that you were explaining was like not really Tryndamere specific problems. It was like macro play problems. Like not looking at like not checking health bars and not seeing like where people are on the map. Not like tracking the jungler, for example. That's like day 1 jungler stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there's like the future number specifics are only like regarding itemization, and then of course like not leveling up Q at level 3, that kind of things.
Yeah, that was another one. I was kind of stumped with the build. Like I was kind of like, oh, what should I build here now? Like I don't have like for example what you have, where you can like immediately like know in which circumstances which item would work best, like which to start with. I'm not even sure if starting like without a mythic is the best. Like starting Kraken, I just see like Fogged FTW, for example. He like starts Noon Quiver when he plays jungle, so I do it too.
Yeah.
Don't really know why he does that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. Like for me, like this is like you could be building like a natural tooth, and if you are playing like the other things that we talked about, right? It will work. Like you will stomp your games. Like the issue is like really not the building. Like the issue is that you're spending time in base, not buying stuff. For example, that would be the issue. Like not thinking ahead of time, but not finding like the exact plays. Like not the issue, I think. So are you still seeing my screen?
Yeah.
So last time I coached Tryndamere jungle, I showed, because I have 2 games of Tryndamere jungle on my account and on my YouTube channel, and the first one is a full one, but it's a storm, but it starts at minute 1. This one I forgot to start the record, so it starts at 5 minutes 30. But I think it can still be a good example. Just like we're just gonna spend like 2-3 minutes on it, just to kind of show you in execution what I mean by it.
So this is a game that you would describe as like a perfect game, or like a perfect like how it should look.
Perfect, certainly not, but at least like yeah, you should try to tend towards this, because I don't even know how I'm playing. Like I don't remember that game, but at least it was me playing it, and I know that I'm doing things for a reason, and I'm doing like things that I'm talking about. So maybe I just show you like how I think it should be done. So for example, you see my starter. So I went Tiamat and tier 1 boots. For that clear. So let's see.
Went back already at 5 minutes and 30. You went back already?
Oh yeah, for sure. But I got kills. Like it went a bit crazy this game, etc. But of course, like in theory, you're supposed to go back after the first scuttle. You're supposed to do full clear, scuttle back, or full clear, scuttle, look for a gank back. Like that's how it's supposed to be most of the time. Maybe sometimes if you're playing a full clear champion, you can do double full clear, but it needs to be like executed well and to make sure that your opponent is not going to invade you or anything, because then you're going to be weak. Because you cannot go for a gank if you're not basing when everyone goes for a gank. You see? So here I'm actually like I was going for golems because I need to get my level 6. That's what I'm playing for. I'm playing for farming. But now I see that maybe something is happening and they're pretty low in HP. Now they're going crazy. And now the play is over. So now I'm going back. But you see the information when you ask me about like, should I go, should I not? Well, here I looked at it and it was looking juicy until Tristana was already dead. And now it's not looking juicy. And I'm not going to go and chase like a Nautilus by himself. Now I know that there is a Drake on the map. Yeah.
So you start going, and then you like, as you're moving towards them, you're looking at them, assessing it, then saying like, okay, never mind. And then like, so, oh, okay. So me standing there like, oh, should I go? Should I not? Should I go? Should I not? Is the problem.
Yeah. And now I'm like, Tristana just died, and my ADC is coming back. So it means that they're gonna have what we call mid prio. They're gonna come and start pushing first. So this bot lane is gonna be pushing towards them because of Tristana just died basically, and I see that my Azir is pushing into Sion. So now I just gonna know that this is free. Like even if Nautilus comes, like we have the prior. This is maybe not free. Okay, drop it now. I'm just kind of assessing, but it looked good because that's what I was looking for. Like this was pushing from the start. So I was thinking my bot lane can come. I messed up, or actually like maybe I kind of gambled that the jungler was coming. It's fine. An instant back, and now I'm looking to get my level 6. And now if I'm not playing Drake, what will I be playing? Probably Herald. I will give you a principle that's very useful in jungle. It's called like the inside out rule, kind of. It's actually videos that I saw from Skillcapped, which was like super useful, which says that usually when you play the game, you tend to think about what's closer to you and go to what's further to you. Just like what you did when you were bot and there was a scuttle top, and you said maybe I could do wolves, gromp, scuttle. And the inside rule says you should start thinking about what's furthest and then to what's closest to you. Because here, if I go for my camps, then scuttle, well, Gragas has the time to go on scuttle by the time I'm there. But if I go straight on scuttle first, well, then I can still do my camps after, but at least I would have secured scuttle. So try to always think about what's furthest, what's like the riskiest, because it's closer to the enemy team, and then to what's closer to you. And now, if I'm going, it's because while I was doing scuttle, I'm looking at mid and top, and I'm seeing that mid, maybe something is happening. So I'm going there, and I'm getting a kill. And now because I have Tiamat, I'm such a nice guy. I hold that wave so it freezes for Azir. I'm such a nice guy. Such a nice jungler.
Yeah, that was good, like map awareness to see that.
Yeah.
You caught him at the perfect time. He was low.
And it's because, yeah, now, see? So I'm clearing top, so I'm looking at top. It matters to me if Aatrox is 1 HP or not. So I will, and now I say it, Aatrox is not in kill range, so now I'm not going. Because I think he can just see me and then just E away and not die. And I'm pretty much just assessing the situation, doing a bit of my camps, and by default, I'm gonna clear a camp. By default, that's what I'm gonna do. And now my Azir is dead and there's a wave, and it's a big wave. It's not 1 CS. Probably that I've been looking at the wave before. And now I'm looking at it. Oh, it's 6 CS. Okay, I'm going. If it was 1 CS or 2 CS, I wouldn't go. But because it's 6 CS, okay, I will catch this wave. And now by default, when I'm not doing something, I'm clearing a camp. And I don't want to play for either Herald or Drake or anything because we don't have mid prio now. So boom, by default, I'm clearing. And see, like, you had like 100 CS at 20 minutes. I'm at 80 at 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I have 3 kills. I've been fighting. I've been there. So here, same, like, maybe there's something. I'm assessing. Okay, there's nothing. Boom, I just do a camp. And now there might be something because Ornn is coming with his ult. So boom, now we kill. And that's it.
Yeah, and with that in and out rule, it always helps you to have a camp near you since you went to the furthest. Like if you're looking at like top lane and there's something there, you can always just go back to Grom.
Yes, exactly. You always have a safety net, you know. When if you start with what's easiest to take, well, now you cannot like you're kind of forced to make something happen, but you can't.
Mm,
So
that's
I
really
think
helpful.
I think it would be like interesting for you to just like because yeah, and like during the whole game, like I'm kind of talking, and it's a long game. It's like there's mid, late, etc. Like it's a pretty long one. So I think it could be interesting for you like to watch it maybe, and
Yes,
and
watch this one
and
for
and
sure.
yeah, and see my thought process in it. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not the best Tryndamere jungle on the planet, but I think I'm a pretty decent one.
I hope I can be one day. That's
Oh,
like the goal for me.
you can for
Be
sure.
just Tryndamere jungle.
Let's go. I like that.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, yeah. Did that bring any question? Any other thing you want to talk about?
Yeah, I still have like some optimization questions like with like TMAT. Oh, cool. Is this like a matchup spreadsheet?
Oh no, but this
Oh, it's
is
coaching.
but I have one, but it's only for top lane though. I don't have like a jungle matchup spreadsheet.
Gotcha.
That's my coach's
Oh, cool. Wow, you got a
spreadsheet.
pretty nice roster going on here. Like,
Yeah. Yeah,
cool. Speaking
I've
of
been
which,
coaching.
I would definitely like to do it again for sure. Like, if you don't mind us like focusing on Tryndamere jungle, like
Oh,
we
for
just do.
sure. I love that.
Nice, nice, cool. What is like the usual like uh what's the word? Like, what's the usual like frequency that somebody books you at? Like once a month, once every 21 days?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't like got the chance yet to have like regular coaches. Like the most I've done with the same person was like 3.
Mhm.
But what I believe is, I mean, it's actually bad for the business. Like I should say, you should get coaching every day, and it's gonna be good for you, etc. But I actually think that coaching should be spaced out a bit, because you don't get the full value from a coaching like during the coaching or one day after. You get the full
Mhm.
value once you have experimented the coaching in your own games and
Yeah.
have felt some sort of difference, etc. So I feel like it depends of how much you play, because if it's 3 weeks but you played 5 games during 3 weeks, you shouldn't get another coaching. But if it's 3 week like 1 week but you played 100 games, then maybe it's time to get another coaching because you have so much more experience. So
Yeah,
so
yeah. I
so
definitely need games to apply this
yeah,
frequency.
so I think it would be like minimum like 30-40 games between 2 coachings, so you actually like have played the game, have tried new things, have like implemented different habits, etc., and then we can try to unlock some new potential. That's what I think about coaching.
Nice, cool. Yeah, we can definitely do that. We can
Mm-hmm.
definitely do that. I would like to try that Tiamat build with the Ravenous Hydra. And sorry, in which circumstances did you say that was good for again?
Basically, whenever like they don't have anything to tank, like I don't even know if I finished Hydra first. Yes, I did. So when you feel like, oh, here because I was pretty fed, by the time I have Hydra, they don't have too much tankiness yet. Like if you see Cyan, he has no armor. This guy is starting to get tanky, etc. So my next item is quickly gonna be Kraken. But I think if I was not getting that fed, because yeah, I have Kraken at 20 minutes. If I was not getting that fed, I think I would have went for Tiamat into Kraken straight
Okay.
to be able to start having damage on melees, etc. And now you see Insane go for armor pen because they're starting to stack armor. But I'd say if they're squishy, you can go Hydra all the time. Like if they're not too tanky, you can go Hydra first. But I think that as we said, Tiamat first into Kraken into completing Hydra at some point. I think it can be good also.
Because I'll be honest, I was kind of stumped with the Mythic. Like, I had no idea what to buy. I've seen Tryndamere take Eclipse and stuff, so I really had no idea.
Mm. I mean, I think Navarre is always good.
Okay, so it's
Um,
always the same pick.
I mean, it's not always the best, but it's always good. That's for sure. And then, as I said, maybe you should try Threadbreaker because Threadbreaker, as I said, it gives you both jungle clear with the active and also gank potential with the slow. So maybe Threadbreaker can be a good thing in jungle.
That's what I'll have
Oh,
to try next.
yeah, I would probably try it myself also.
Mm, yeah, it's not a bad idea. And it's always Ravenous, right? Always for the healing, for the lifesteal.
I mean, if you're going Stridebreaker, you might not need Ravenous because you already have clearing power because of Ravenous of Stridebreaker's active.
So I would go like first back, take like Noon Quiver, and then go back out, and then complete Mythic, and then come back for Kraken, or complete Kraken all at once.
I mean, if you're even going Kraken, like for example, like you could replace the whole Noon Quiver. Like for me, a good first item could be Iron Spike Whip, then, because it's 1100 and it's less expensive than Tiamat, and it helps you clear, and it builds into Stridebreaker, which is good for as I said, both clearing and ganking. So maybe just
So the active works on camps.
yes. So maybe just rushing Stridebreaker can be good.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea either.
Yeah, I think it can be a good one.
Wait. No Tristana, we have Ornn ultimate.
Okay, any other thing? Any question? Any
Not at the moment, but I know for a fact the second that you that you leave, I'm gonna think of 10.
yeah, it's fine. You can ask me on Discord. You can ask me, of course, on Twitch, on YouTube. I try to answer to everything, but you can also ask me on Discord from now on, and I will try to answer to the best of my capacity, for sure. What should I put in terms of elo? Like, do you have any idea of in what like sort of elo range you will be? Because the game was in like gold, I think, a high gold or.
Yeah, but it says I'm bronze 1, so maybe I felt like I was bronze 1 that game. I don't know. Didn't you kind of feel like the Silas and the Yone? They were like levels above me. They were like pinging me like question mark pings as if like they knew more about the game than I did. I feel like they were just above me, and like maybe my MMR is like higher than.
Yeah, because they're all gold players. Yeah, gold, silver, but this guy is plat, so it looks like high gold, and this guy just haven't played many games. So I feel like your MMR is in high gold. So probably because when you're playing with your friends, you've been winning, because the MMR is a bit shared between like different queues.
Oh.
So that might be a reason.
So in that case, I kind of like screwed this account over, like made my rank climb like less proportional to how like I really play. By like,
yeah, but it's a good thing. It's better to be like practicing against like better players than. It's okay. Maybe you're gonna lose more games. I'm gonna put like the elo of the game that we played, which was around gold 2, I think.
Gold. It feels nice. It feels great.
but yeah, I mean, it was the elo of the game that you played. This guy was even platinum, so yeah.
Cool. He whooped my ass though.
I mean, you let him. I think you can like with some practice, etc. You can be the one whooping asses far more consistently. Like, of course, I'm guessing like you're not always like losing your games for sure. Yeah. So if we're getting to the end of the session, I have like two kind of questions that I usually ask. Well, the first one is gonna be, so good for you, because if you're considering getting following up sessions, you have actually some power in defining the price of those sessions. Meaning that I've been recently, for the Tryndamere coaching at least, I've been asking every player what they would think would be a fair price for that kind of session. And at the end, I would just do the average of that, and I would probably price my coachings at that amount. So of course you could like cheat a bit and say, yeah, €5. I think it's fair, and then try to make the average go down. But what do you actually think would be a fair price for that kind of session that we just had?
Well, this coaching session was over 90 minutes long, so like that right there is like that's substantial. That like this is a good coaching session. It's like I dedicated like my afternoon to it. So I couldn't say €5. I would have to say like $50. Like at least it's like I took a piano lesson, like a $50 piano lesson. Like, and then the next time I came out, pay another $50 for that piano lesson. And it was like my trainer or my coach or my music teacher stayed afterwards to answer all my questions. I would say about $50. Maybe even you could push a little more, like 65, maybe max. Like it was very like you so when you sent me the message, you said that we could look at 2 VODs, and I was also thinking like 2 VODs, like that's that's a lot of time, like to look at 2 of my games and stuff. So like, yeah, this was very meaty, very meaty. Like, it's like you ordered a sandwich. I got a lot of meat and cheese in there.
Oh, let's
Like, it was,
go. Big. Yeah, that's what I try to give a bit more than what people expect every time, like to make sure that you guys are happy with the service, even when it's free. Okay, big. And then the other thing will be that, of course, I'm trying to make my coaches better as players, but I'm trying to make myself better as a coach. So can you think of the things that I've been doing right during that session so I can keep doing those? But also, if I've been doing anything wrong or could be bettered, I would like to hear that as well.
I like that you let me figure things out. That was kind of cool. How you like, so you were like, what's on the map that we need to look at? And then you were like, well, what about his top lane? And then like I would look at his top lane and be like, what about it? And be like, oh, his red is up and stuff. Like I like that you let me figure it out like that. That was pretty cool. It was. I thought that would be a detriment when you said like, no, I'm gonna like let you play your way. Like I thought that was bad. I was like, what's the coaching for then? Like, isn't the coaching to win me the game? So I'm like, so you tell me what to do and then I win that game. But now I understand that it's really about like getting my mindset right. It's really about me like finding out like what I need to do. So what I thought would be like a detriment actually turned out to be really good. So I'm
Big.
impressed.
Nice.
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Big. Well, Finna, I mean, are we good on your end? Or anything you want to add, ask, talk about?
Yeah, I definitely want to do it again. Definitely, and I'm glad that you're committed to like. I want to stick with Tryndamere jungle, so I'm glad.
Let's go. You know what? I would try, if we're gonna get a new session soon, I would try to play some Tryndamere jungle myself, so maybe I can experiment a few builds, pathing, etc. And then I could add that to the next coaching for sure.
Nice. I'll do what you said. I'll play 30 Tryndamere games ranked jungle, and then I'll message you when I've done them.
Okay, awesome.
We'll get it popping again. Nice.
Let's
Really
do that
cool.
then.
Thank you so much for doing this, man.
It's got my
So,
pleasure. I'm excited for the next session.
I don't know if I would ever give anybody coachings for free, so that's so cool that you did this.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Of course, like, you know, I have a secret agenda trying to promote myself, but then you're already following on YouTube, following on Twitch from today, etc. So thank you so much for the support, and I will see you soon, Finna.
So, oh, one last question.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You'll post this on YouTube, right?
Yes.
Cool, because I want to see it over again. I need to rewatch that game.
Yes, so it would take maybe like 3-4 days, but it will be posted on YouTube for sure.
Awesome, can't wait. One last thing.
Yeah, tell me.
Can you teach me a word in French and I'll teach you a word in Serbian?
Oh, you're Serbian. Okay.
Yeah, Serbian.
I mean, I want to go for a fancy word. Like, I don't want to go for like a random word. And something that doesn't sound you know, English. I mean,
okay, yeah.
I mean, it's funny because for some reason people have you heard about the word sacre bleu?
Sacre bleu, yeah, I have heard of that. Yeah.
You've heard of that. It's so funny that people know that word, but no one uses it in French. So okay, it's not going to be sacre bleu.
What would that mean if you translated it like?
It's like a very old way of saying like oh shit, basically. Like it just means itself. It just means sacre bleu. You know, like there's.
Cool.
It has its own meaning. What's I don't know, man. A word, just a random word that's not.
How do you say let's go? It's like
aller. Wait, just aller. Like for example, like to say let's go blues. Like for the French national team, etc. We say allez les bleus. Allez les bleus. Let's go blues. Allez les bleus. That's what we say.
Allez les bleus. That sounds so cool.
Okay.
It's spelled, like, really strange. It's spelled like allons-y or something.
Oh yeah, allons-y. Yeah, it's very weird. Aller is like A-double-L-E-Z. That's aller. Like it could be A-L-E and it could be aller, but then it's A-double-L-E-Z. And allons-y, A-double-L-O-N-S. Then you put I don't know how to call it, like a trait, like you put a line in between, and then it's a Y. There's a Y, but there's a line between allons and the Y.
Allez.
Yeah.
So cool.
Allez.
It sounds very similar to ours in Serbian. It's Aide. And Aide, like you can say to a sporting event, like Aide momsi. That means like let's go boys.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, allez is that.
Yeah, awesome. So cool. I always love to do a language trade every time I meet somebody from a different culture. Allez.
Allez, non, lâche. Okay, and what's the Serbian word for me?
Okay. I gave you Aide. Let me think.
Maybe
Do you,
maybe maybe some
go ahead.
typical food that's only Serbian that I wouldn't know
Ooh,
about.
Serbian food. Okay. So you guys have beans, right? Beans over there in
Yeah.
France. Pasulj. Like we have a sound in Serbian like yeah. Yeah.
Yee.
Yeah, I don't know if you have it in French. We don't have it in English, really.
I don't think we do.
Yeah, pasulj, that's beans. Pasulj.
Pasoi. Okay.
We we eat it very, very commonly. Maybe like damn near every day. It's like a staple here.
Oh really? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, okay. Pasoi. Pasoi.
that was a good job. You did a good job.
Okay, okay, big. Okay, well, next question, you teach me another word and same here.
Awesome. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. I'd love it. It was so great to meet you.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Have a great one, bro. And I will see you next time. Take care.
I'm gonna continue watching the stream. So see
Yeah.
you now.
Yeah, okay, see you now then. Bye
Take
bye.
care. Bye.
Thank you. Okay, that was a fun session.